Journey to success with Lancaster University Ghana. Your future starts now.
We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni-Basic Bank. Omni-Basic Bank is your role. We are not just another bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni-Basic Bank. Omni-Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
About you keep a video, you sound cover. Pepper soup where you know, pepper sun cover, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
Hey there, all enterprise customers. We are rewarding all of you just for standing by us all this while. Simply keep doing the things you've always done with us, like renewing policies, making purchases, and more. The twist, though, you have to do them on our self-service portal via web or the Enterprise Advantage app. Once you log into the portal, access Advantage Points and do any of the transactions you're allowed to do there in order to earn points. The more you transact, the more points you earn. The points you earn can be used to redeem loads of airtime, Momo, and other rewards. It's that simple. Just visit the portal, log in, and enjoy. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise Advantage Points, because nothing you do should be pointless.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change, capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Almost 13 to 16 people were under the ground and it collapsed on them. Yesterday we were able to make it and remove 8 of them, and 4 were dead.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Don't mine in forest reserves, and always when you've created a mess, clean it up. The laws are there. So it's not that you need more laws, it is just that you need more enforcement.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation. From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
Let's speak to the core issues in terms of how we can prevent professionals who have been given the mandate to teach our children, and for this matter, the old children's standard of care, and how they can live up to expectation.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
How can somebody work and you tell the person, I appreciate you for 10 good months? I can't stand it. I'm owing rent. What should I do to be able to pay my rent? I don't understand. They should pay us. Enough is enough.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change.
Catch CNR on Channel One TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Jenny, our operations are too complex to be managed on spreadsheets. We need real-time control.
Exactly. That's why companies like ours are moving to Sage ERP 300. It integrates finance, procurement, inventory, and project costing across all departments.
I've seen it work. Multi-location reporting, consolidated dashboards, even intercompany transactions, all seamless.
And the best part? Trust Consult handles everything: deployment, training, and support. They are Sage's certified partner here in Ghana.
Perfect. Let's contact them today. 0302 246 875 or 0244 965 119. Visit their office in Kokomlemle or the website trustconsultlimited.org.
Sage ERP 300. Built for growth, trusted by enterprise.
Hello, Mr. Headmaster.
Please sit. I want to discuss your child, Sarah. She is always asking questions. Questions after questions. It never stops.
Sorry, we will...
Oh, no, don't be sorry. We love her curiosity. Our world needs more curious minds. So, well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to a brand new week. So, I realize our bets have been near misses, usually by one match. Remember that Chelsea-Brighton game or Liverpool away to Galatasaray? Well, I've got a tip for you. Don't go to sleep on your bets. Monitor for those cash outs and take advantage of them to redeem some cash. With that said, I have just the right picks to boost your winnings on Betway this week. The booking code is BW1813FAD8 and the slip has predicted outcomes for these matches and more. Away wins for Germany and France against Northern Ireland and Iceland. Home wins for Portugal and Italy against Hungary and Israel, whilst we are likely to see goals with Wales and Belgium both likely to score. The booking code once again is BW1813FAD8. Get more rewards with Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh to place your bet. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway. Get way more.
More Cerelac for your city, more goodness for your baby. What are we talking about? The new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch is the same great Cerelac you love, now in a convenient 300-gram pouch for easy refilling of your Cerelac tin. Get the new 300-gram Cerelac wheat pouch today to refill, save, and smile. More goodness, less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for a location that gives your business a competitive edge? Dawa Industrial Zone offers world-class facilities, direct access to major trade hubs, and a thriving business ecosystem. Whether you are setting up in the manufacturing, logistics, or services, our ready-to-use industrial spaces and supportive policies make expansion easy. And if you're not an investor but you know someone who is, you can refer them and earn a commission. Convert connections into cash. Refer industrial land buyers and earn. Join leading businesses already benefiting from Dawa Industrial Zone strategic advantages. Get started today or refer a business and get rewarded. Visit www.diz-ghana.com or call 055-20-40,000. Dawa Industrial Zone, where businesses thrive.
When malaria strikes, it doesn't just make you sick. It takes your sleep, your peace, your time. Work on hold, miss deadlines, your home turned upside down. Fight back fast and strong with Vegatem, artemether and lumenfantrine combination that is tough against malaria. Sealed in durable alu-alu package, each tablet stays effective to the last dose.
Vegatem now day, malaria don't finish oh.
Get back to work, back to health and strength, back to living life with Vegatem. Vegatem, tough on malaria, easy on you. Imported and distributed by Panacea Pharmacy Limited. Contact 059-380-2668 or 0274-182-917 for bulk purchases. Always test for malaria before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
Jiggy jiggy be the bomb. Ash for jiggy jiggy be strong. Ash for jiggy jiggy be sweet. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for jiggy jiggy. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ash for heavy heavy. Ash for make you lie down cool. Ashford, jiggy jiggy. Ashford, make you lie down, cool. Ashford, come on, bounce it. International Ashford, Shama. I meet some girl for Pote last week. Fine face with the backside tape. I hear like giddy giddy many man, she bounce like two. German on the night, and she go turn my boo. See baka, what a man can do. Give her the whole what the woman April fool. My name JDU mattress, my pillow set body. Ash for me where the girl pass through. She did spring on my bed, wow, look. Feel it, no 8, 10 inch, no. You know the same, possibility, yes, answer your mono. Probability be what? Comfort be supreme, make you lie down, cool. Ashford, jiggy jiggy. Ashford, make you lie down, cool. Ashford, affordability be like ability. Ashford. Ash foam, jiggy jiggy mattress. You won't feel it, know it.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. We're here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. We go the extra mile, beyond your expectations. We will get it done and get it done very well now. UBA, best loans and more. UBA, best customer satisfaction. UBA, best digital solutions. UBA, Africa's global bank.
For best retail products, innovative offerings, loans made just for you, attractive interest rates, trading across Africa or sending money. If you want the best digital banking products, including chatting with you on WhatsApp and Facebook, turn to UBA, Africa's global bank.
City 97.3. More variety.
The city is alive on 97.3.
City 97.3. Accra.
There can be no other than this 7.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
Can I get a witness here? Can I get a witness here? Worship Him.
Unleashing the power of Melwood Radio. This is City 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Jesus the King. Jesus the King. Jesus the King of Kings. Jesus the King.
Oh, 6:38, 97.3 City FM is the 13th day of October 2025. And this is the City Breakfast Show. We're starting with the newspaper review segment. It's brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Save 500 cities or more and win up to 100,000 cities in the grand draw. It's called the Sikaboom Reloaded. We have branches all over the country. You can visit any of our agent points and deposit in multiples of 500 and win big. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Sikaboom Star. It's live, it's interactive, and it's thought-provoking. This is the City Breakfast Show. My name is Bernard Avila. I'm here with Richard De La Sky and Caleb Kuda.
Yes, sir.
It's an innocuous Monday. Lots of things happening on the show today. The Black Stars have qualified for their fifth World Cup. That will be in 20 years. The first World Cup was in 2006.
Yes.
And next year is 2026. So I guess that's in 20 years.
Charlie.
So we've gone to the World Cup.
Interesting.
Every year, apart from every occasion apart from 2018, we've been at the World Cup. Congrats to Coach Otoado and the team.
Yes.
Let's hope this year we do much better.
Yes.
We have 48 teams who will be qualifying this year.
Let's hope that Otuado will lead us to do wonders to reach the finals.
Yeah, he will do
and
well.
collect the cup.
Yeah, that's
in the name of Jesus.
That should be our ambition.
Yes,
that should be our hope.
Yes,
that should be our prayer. So start with the back page of the Daily Graphic.
So back page has Kudu strike sends Ghana marching to 2026 FIFA World Cup. Daily Graphic this morning, and then 15 perish in Volta Lake disaster. Another $385 million IMF support coming in soon. GRA best diesel diversion syndicate. It looks like the Daily Graphic, the money finished or what's happening.
No, they do the black and white. It's not that bad. There's nothing wrong.
Just like the old times. I don't know what's
maybe
going on.
it's a retro version.
Okay, I hear.
But is there color in the middle page?
No, zero color. The only color there is the.
But the good thing is that you can recognize the people.
Okay.
So whether it's black and white or color, you know who it is.
Brand recall.
So let's move
The
on.
Ghanaian Times says this morning, Ghana secures some 154 million euros from Italy to transform agri-food systems. This is according to the Minister of Opoku, Eric Opoku. Also on the front page this morning, government to complete abandoned Sunyai library following the Ghanaian Times publication. Custodian says Baumia picks Destiny number 3 on NPP flag bearer ballot, and Sky Courier commercial flight arrives at Ho Airport with passengers. Let me take you to the Chronicle. Sorry, Musa Dankwa. The Chronicle did not publish fake news. Also on the front page, Eric Opoku's gains in Europe. We're told 154 million to transform agri production. The Herald, excessive spending, cash shortages killing parliament, and Ghanaian peacekeepers in Sudan, Lebanon to return home as UN reduces forces. The News Center says America deports 312 Ghanaians. Additional 2,470 are in ICE detention, and 478 arrested this year alone. Also, the Minister for Finance is smiling. Moody's upgrades Ghana's credit rating to CAA1. The Ghanaian Eye, shockwaves in MPP. Kennedy Japan overtakes Baumia as party favorite. New poll review. NPA CEO Godwin Digitamakro reveals strategic vision, and we don't buy gold from illegal miners, Sami Jemfia says. The Ghanaian publisher says U.S. deportee deal, minority demands probe, comes with a photograph of Sami Jinapo. Also on the front page this morning, no deals with illegal miners, Gold Board. The informal criminal gangs will frustrate Galamsey fight. Security Don Professor Emmanuel Kwesi in here. And then also vice presidential ambition. Now Toshi begs former MMDCEs. Dealing with dirty deals, GRA foils illegal fuel diversion, according to the Inquisitor for this morning. Also, MPA boss wants speedy implementation of 24-hour economy in petroleum downstream. Supreme newspaper, armed land guards police defy court to invade Regimano Grey lands at East Airport, and CID Cynthia Opon admits receiving 100,000 Ghana Cedi land sales scandal involving Agbeti Landque family lands. The Today newspaper says Coconut Grove Regency Hotel organizes blood donation. Also, 165,000 Ghanaians blind due to cataract, according to the Daily Guide. Akosia Sewa divorced Daddy Lumba traditionally. This is the Fosu family, and 2 caged over robbery murder. The Inside says water crisis looms. TUC warns over impact of Galamsey. Also, poll indicates over 60% of Jews in US believe Israel has committed war crimes in Gaza.
The archives, man rescued after building collapses at Kaswa. Who is Daddy Lumbe's legitimate wife? Big question here.
The Ghanaian Point finally says Mahama attends global leaders meeting on women in Beijing. Also on the front page this morning, Gold Board doesn't buy from Galamsey, according to the CEO.
Now, one of the reasons why you don't seem to be having money is because of this report. Government spending falls 14% below target.
Oh,
this is a BOJ report. Meanwhile, forest reserves, water bodies to be off limits under new anti-Galamsey law. This is the vice president. Also, over 28,000 Ghanaians die every year from air pollution.
Oh dear.
Meanwhile, Ghanaians in Belgium tell the president to keep your campaign promise, ease port charges. 15 dead, including 11 children in Volta Lake boat disaster. This is so tragic. And then Ejirahini to youth, stop the drugs, save your future. And then here's another one on the economy that's troubling. Ghana holds the third highest policy rate in Africa, despite series of rate cuts. This is so tragic, And then greedy leaders to blame for Galamsey crisis. UTAC, KNUST president. I'll give you a few more headlines. We go to channel1newsonline.com. Our problems will multiply if salaries delay and paid nurses plead with government. Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs says over 2,000 mining licenses under review. Prosecutions loom. Health Minister intervenes after nurses query over alleged insults. And then a few more stories. U.S. deportee deal not condition for visa restriction reversed. Dr. Khalid speaking on the big issue. Meanwhile, there was two collapses. Secondary market collapse. Injured trader is alive, receiving treatment. There was a Kaswa building collapse.
That's right.
We understand one person died in that one. I'll give you a few more headlines quickly on the internet. My Joy Online is leading with the vice president announcing tough new law against Galamsey. She's also calling for well-structured blended financing model to support rural cocoa farmers. And then Daddy Lumbe's family recognizes Odo Bruni as a wife, not Akosia Sewaska. This is a very complicated legal matter. Yeah. The High Street Journal is asking a question. Rousing welcome in China. Will President Mohammed's visit strengthen or soften Ghana's fight against Galamsey? That is the multi-million-dollar questioning. And then here's the last one. I think again you'll be interested in on the economy. Belt tightening fatigue. Why government must sell the long-term gains to citizens?
The people are causing 24-hour
Should I read it? Okay, let me start with that. Maybe because of your condition, government spending falls 14% below target. BOG is reporting that the government spending for the first 7 months of this year was kept below target, reflecting tighter fiscal discipline and improved expenditure control. Is that not what we're asking for?
No.
According to the Bank of Ghana's September monetary policy report, total government expenditure stood at 131.1 billion cedis, equivalent to 9% of GDP or 9.4% compared to a target of 152 billion. So almost 21 billion unspent. The outturn represents a 14.1% shortfall relative to a target, but a 9.3% increase year on year. All major spending categories came in below target, except compensation of employees. So they pay salaries. Interest rate payments dropped to 28.9 billion, about 19.5% below the 36 billion target, largely due to declining domestic interest rates and stronger CD. Compensation of employees slightly exceeded expectations, so you can't complain. They projected 44.9 billion. Capital expenditure also fell sharply. I think this is why you are struggling.
Yes, because they have to pay contractors so that they will pay, service providers.
Capital expenditure fell nearly 63% below the 22.4 billion target. So only 10 billion was spent. The report knows that domestic capex reached 6.6 billion, mainly due to big push initiative, with foreign finance projects contributing 3.4.
True.
Meanwhile, arrears clearance amounted to 4.8 billion, which is about 50% of the target. We'll discuss this later.
It's not forcing at all. This matter.
But the High Street Journal is saying that the government should sell the belt tightening gains to Ghanaians. And they have a picture of President Mahaman looking happy. The recent IMF statement confirming Ghana's commitment to continue fiscal prudence is necessary economic anchor but it presents a massive political challenge.
Yes.
Power controlling spending has delivered impressive results such as dramatic drop in inflation and renewed city stability, in addition to reduction in interest rates. The side effect is an economy starved of public cash, fueling potential citizen discontent that threatens to derail the recovery.
Yes.
The current pain stems from the government, the nation's largest spender, deliberately applying the brakes on expenditure. This slowdown has led to emerging complaints of a lack of money in the system, with some programs stalled or slowed down. This is the uncomfortable price of fiscal stability. But the paper says, without urgent public sensitization, this necessary austerity measure could lead to citizen discontent and force a politically motivated reversal.
Which paper is making that claim?
This is the High Street.
Don't mind them.
No, actually, at the Herald. The Herald is also claiming that Parliament was not able to open for two reasons.
Yeah.
On one hand, there's
excessive spending,
and then there's also
cash shortages.
You see that matter?
Yeah. So the Herald's investigations into Speaker Albert Ban Bagbin's decision to indefinitely postpone the reopening of Parliament, citing circumstances beyond my control, quote and unquote, have uncovered a trail of troubling financial developments within the legislative arm of government. Chief among these is what insiders describe as excessive spending by Parliament, which the Mahama administration is reportedly struggling to contain. Sources familiar with the matter told the Herald that the previous Akufo-Addo government also grappled with the ballooning expenses of the House and frequently clashed with Speaker Bagbin over financial management issues. Now, resolution often required the direct intervention of then Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta, Chief of Staff Remo Pare, and then the President himself, Nana Akufo-Addo. Goes on to say that the Futu MP Alexander Ponyomakin, who at the time served as majority leader, is also said to have played a mediatory role in attempts to calm tensions between Speaker's office and the executive over the House's spending.
Okay, let me take you to two quick stories still related to the economy. If you go to the Ghanaian Times IMF program, Ghana successful in fourth review, set to receive some 2.825 billion US dollars. Now, Kingsley Asari says the country has gone through successfully the fourth review of the International Monetary Fund Extended Credit Facility Program for balance of payment support. Now, this follows an assessment conducted by a team of IMF led by the mission chief, Mr. Ruben Atoyan, between September 29 and October 10, 2025. Now, the team held meetings and they found that we are doing fairly well. Now, if you go to the Moody's report, which is published by the News Center on page 4, it says Moody's Ratings has upgraded Ghana's sovereign credit rating, citing stronger fiscal management, improving macroeconomic stability, and a sharp rise in the country's foreign
So on paper, things are looking good,
but
in pocket, things are looking tough.
Yeah, still on economic matters, Ghana secures 154 million euros, million euro agri support from Italy. Minister says it will transform agri-food system. So Justice Agbenoshi writes on page 13 that Ghana has secured 154 million euro funding from the Italian government to modernize the agricultural value chain and boost food security in the country. The Minister of Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, signed a deal on behalf of the country last Friday on the sidelines of the 8th Agri-Levante Fair in Bari, Italy. The Italian Minister of Agriculture, Francesco Lollobrigida, signed on behalf of their country. So
where are they going to invest the money?
Let's see.
To improve agri-food production.
Yes, so the resources will be channeled into investments and public-private partnerships between Ghana and Italian agricultural institutions and private sector actors to improve food security and strengthen resilience to climate change.
Okay, but let me tell you about some troubling stories concerning Ghanaians who are being deported from the U.S. So if you go to the News Center, page 2 of the newspaper has the story by Elvis Dako, and it says America deports some 312 Ghanaians. The United States has intensified its deportation operations, with Ghana emerging as one of the countries most affected by the 2025 immigration enforcement wave. Now, some 312 Ghanaians have already been deported to Accra between January and August of this year, figure that marks a 17% increase compared to the same period of 2024. Now, as of September this year, some 2,470 Ghanaian nationals are being held in Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which is ICE, detention facilities across the United States, awaiting deportation. Now, out of this number, some 478 138 had been arrested this year alone. Now, the surge, according to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security data, represents one of the sharpest year-on-year rises more than a decade. In more than a decade, it goes on to provide some other what do you call it, facts.
Yeah.
But there's a story that is just below that that says deportees abuse claims tarnishing Ghana's image. This is also a story by Elvis, and it says a growing number of reports have cast a grim shadow over Ghana's treatment of citizens deported from the United States this year, with disturbing allegations of physical abuse, prolonged detention, and denial of legal access upon arrival at the Kotoka International Airport. Now, Human Rights Watch and the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, have confirmed that at least 27 deportees have filed formal complaints of mistreatment, ranging from beatings and verbal assault. This cannot be acceptable if it's true, to being held for days without communication or contact with lawyers.
Meanwhile,
This
the
is completely
minority
unacceptable.
in Parliament is asking for the deal to bring in deportees to be ratified by Parliament.
Yes, you
And I
find
think
that
that's
on the front page of the.
That's on page number 3. Minority demands probe into deportee deal. The minority New Patriotic Party (NPP) has renewed calls for the government to submit the Ghana-US deportee agreement to Parliament for ratification, insisting that the deal must be subjected to full legislative scrutiny. Their demand follows clarification by the Minister of Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa that Salvadoran national Kemar Abrego Garcia will not be deported to Ghana. So the clarification came after the U.S. reported, U.S.-based news outlet ABC News reported on October 10 the U.S. Department of Homeland Security planned to deport Garcia, an alleged criminal, to Ghana under the existing deportee arrangement.
Now, let's go to the voter lake.
Yes, please. There's a very sad story coming from the 15 parish in Volta Lake boat accident. It's a news desk report, page 53. Daily Graphic: a fatal boat disaster on the lake, on the Volta Lake near Ketekrache last Saturday has claimed 15 lives. The deceased include 11 children aged between 2 and 14. Now, 4 others, all adults on board the boat, survived the accident. Now, the Ghana Maritime Authority has since deployed a special graphic. This part didn't come. An investigative team of maritime safety inspectors and personnel from the Navy Task Force in Dambai to the scene. Now, the incident occurred around 1:30 p.m. when a small boat carrying passengers reportedly returning from a funeral at Okuma and heading to Bovima, both in the Krachi West District of the Oti region, tragically capsized. Now, preliminary investigations or reports, according to a statement by the Maritime Authority, indicated that the boat was grossly oversized beyond its safe operational capacity.
Yes.
Now, this is really sad, and I think the development of the Volta Lake transportation is long overdue. It's a very, very big resource. We need to work on it. Now, let's talk about air transport.
Perfectly.
Page 6 of the news: the custodian Sky Courier commercial flight arrives at Ho Airport with passengers. Century Aviation Limited, a 100% Ghanaian-owned aviation company, has marked a new milestone in Ghana's transportation industry with a successful demonstration flight to the Ho Airport.
Yay!
The flight departed from Kotoka Airport on 25th September at 2:40 p.m. with 19 passengers aboard a Cessna Sky Courier aircraft with a flight time of about 30 minutes and returned to Accra around 16:35. The demonstration flight was a collaboration between Century Aviation and Africair, the authorized aviation representative of Textron Aviation, manufacturers of the aircraft. Both companies have been working closely on a plan to introduce a reliable and efficient air taxi service for Ghana for the past 4 years. So, taxi service. Century Aviation intends to provide scheduled passenger and cargo flights across underserved markets while augmenting its charter services for multinational oil and gas and mining companies. Mrs. Isi Ano Saki, managing director of Century Aviation, she used to be at British Airways, commended the safety, efficiency, versatility, and performance of the aircraft. So it looks like things are on the ground.
I think we need to fly. We should do the test flight and see.
Yeah, the aircraft. We are told it went well. We're also told that airport may be used for a flight repair, aviation repair center or something. So it's good people are thinking through this. The airport is there; they should use it for something.
Meanwhile,
Tamale also has a big airport with a long potential runway, which can also be used. So runway is
meanwhile, there's a big fight over Daddy Lumbe's dead body. A very, very unfortunate development, and the newspapers have those details. This morning, page 5 of the Point newspaper has the story. Says your marriage marriage was dissolved and we recognize Odobroni as legitimate spouse. That's Lumbe's family responding to Akosia Sewa's lawsuit. So Akosia Sewa has filed a lawsuit seeking to restrain the burial ceremony until after the determination of the matters in issue. But the family says, Bede, you are not recognized as the legitimate wife and that you should basically
Is the
go and
funeral
start-
coming on as planned?
unless the matters are completely dealt with.
But the building that collapsed in Castle earlier, you mentioned that the mason died. We are learning that he's been rescued.
We thank God. We thank God.
Yes,
So nobody's dead.
yes.
Now, forest reserves, water bodies will be off limits under new anti-galamsey law. The vice president, a whole lot of galamsey stories.
Yeah.
Serapia reports that Vice President Professor Pukwa Jiman has announced the government plans to introduce new legislation to ban illegal mining in water bodies and forest reserves. Also, the gold board is denying that it buys gold from illegal miners.
And TUC is also saying that there needs to be state of emergency because
Indeed,
water
the
crisis.
TUC is saying that the police are being used to intimidate locals fighting against galamsey. I'll try and speak to Dr. Kwabena Nyakoto this morning. He's the Deputy General Secretary. He did a visit to, he did a fact-finding mission to the Kwenyako headworks in the central region and Enum Apapim community in Ayensuano, where he revealed that illegal miners often use the police to intimidate, harass, and arrest locals who attempt to resist or protest the destruction of their rivers. So
And
it's quite a troubling story with what he found.
Yes, and let me mention that the TUC story on the front page of the Inside has another story that says traditional ruler accuses NDC member of seizing mining concession. Find out
a lot of issues here on the galamsey. We'll take a break. The City Business News is next.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ah, Google me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Sika boom. Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio. Sika boom. Just deposit and begin. Sika Bieto. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sika boom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
7:07 City Business News with Neil Latte. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. It's a brand new week. Welcome. This is the breakfast edition of City Business News brought to you by Valex, MTN, and EcoBank. Coming up, government spending for first 7 months of 2025 falls 14% below target on the back of tighter fiscal management and stronger expenditure control. Also in this edition, more pressure on government to sustain single-digit inflation and stable currency after latest credit rating upgrade by Moody's. Much later, investor confidence rebounds as T-bill auction sees 23% over subscription. I am Ni Latte. Details of our stories now. Government spending for the first 7 months of 2025 fell 14% below target, signaling tighter fiscal management and stronger expenditure control. The Bank of Ghana's September 2025 monetary policy report shows that total government expenditure stood at 131 billion Ghana cedis compared to a target of 153 billion Ghana cedis. The shortfall is being attributed to efforts aimed at restoring fiscal discipline under the ongoing IMF-supported program, with spending cuts observed across key sectors. More in the following report.
The outturn represents a 14.1% shortfall relative to target, but a 9.3% increase year on year. All major spending categories came in below target except compensation of employees. Interest payments dropped to 28.9 billion cedis, about 19.5% below the 36 billion Ghana cedis target, largely due to declining domestic interest rates and a stronger cedi. Compensation of employees slightly exceeded projections at 44.9 billion cedis, while capital expenditure, that is CAPEX, fell sharply to 10 billion cedis, nearly 63% below the 22.4 billion cedis target. The report notes that domestic CAPEX reached 6.6 billion cedis under the Big Push initiative, with foreign finance projects contributing 3.4 billion cedis. Meanwhile, arrears clearance amounted to 4.8 billion cedis, below the 8.1 billion cedis target, with no new arrears built up, a sign of a stronger expenditure management and government's commitment to fiscal consolidation.
Emmanuel, upon starting us off with that report, more on the economy, and Ghana is on course to achieve a 1.5% primary surplus by the end of 2025. That's the assessment by the IMF following the conclusion of its fifth review of the country's ongoing support program last Friday. In its mission statement, it noted that the primary balance for the first 8 months of the year stood at a surplus of 1.1% of GDP, putting Ghana firmly on track to meet its fiscal target for the year. While commending the government's effort to rein in expenditure and strengthen domestic revenue mobilization, the fund says it expects both fiscal and monetary authorities to adopt the 2026 budget with a continued focus on maintaining a 1.5% primary surplus and advancing structural reforms to boost revenue and improve public financial management. Now, away from that, economic watchers are asking the government to maintain a stable single-digit inflation rate and ensure continued cedi stability to consolidate recent economic gains. The call follows an upgrade by international ratings agency Moody's, which raised Ghana's long-term foreign currency credit ratings from CAA2 to CAA1 over improved fiscal discipline and external balance. But sustaining these gains, they say, will require consistent monetary policy and a tighter grip on inflationary pressures. Daniel Odro-Mensah has more in the following report.
We have seen that the cedi has enjoyed relative stability, currently trading at interbank at 10 Ghana cedis 30 pesos. All these three factors actually contributed towards the disinflationary pressure. And this can continue even into the third quarter, where we may end up hitting a single-digit inflation. As I did indicate, 11.9% is the target for the year, but having achieved 13.7% as at second quarter, we may end up hitting single-digit by September 2025. And this is good news for businesses, good news for individuals, and good news for the government. This inflation rate is going to provoke a lot of activity within.
You heard the head of finance at Meban Capital, Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, reacting to Moody's ratings that came over the weekend. But all doesn't seem well because Ghana continues to maintain one of the highest policy rates in Africa, ranking third, despite recent cuts by the central bank. According to the World Bank's October 2025 Africa's Pulse report, Ghana's 21.5% benchmark rate trails only Nigeria's 27% and Malawi's 26%. The report noted that while Ghana's cumulative monetary easing of 7.5% this year supports growth, high borrowing costs continue to weigh on private sector recovery and investment. Daniel Drumensa reports again.
The latest 350 basis point reduction in September lowered borrowing costs to their lowest level since October 2022, reflecting the Bank of Ghana's growing confidence in disinflation progress and macroeconomic stability. The Monetary Policy Committee attributed the move to falling inflation, stronger external buffers, and sustained growth momentum. However, the World Bank notes that Ghana's monetary stance remains tighter than most regional peers. Countries like Kenya, Mozambique, Lesotho, and South Africa have already eased rates further, while others, such as Rwanda and Uganda, have held steady for months. Some market watchers argue that while the Bank of Ghana's cautious approach is prudent, further easing could help lower lending costs, stimulate private sector expansion, and strengthen Ghana's trade position. The World Bank also cautioned that global uncertainties and volatile commodity prices could delay monetary normalization, but countries with well-anchored inflation like Ghana have room to ease gradually without derailing stability.
Daniel Odomensa with that Business Desk report. Now, after 2 weeks of weak investor participation, demand for Treasury bills has bounced back strongly. Latest data from the Treasury shows that last week's auction was oversubscribed by 23.5%, with total bids rising by 1.06 billion Ghana cedis above the target. The sharp rebound signals renewed investor confidence in short-term government security, supported by improved market liquidity and attractive yields. Here's more.
Data from the Bank of Ghana shows that total bids amounted to 6.51 billion Ghana cedis, surpassing the target of 5.26 billion Ghana cedis by 23.5%. The 91-day bill led an auction attracting 5.41 billion Ghana cedis in bids, with 5.4 billion Ghana cedis accepted. The 182-day bill followed, recording 941 million Ghana cedis in bids, of which 786 million Ghana cedis was accepted. The 364-day bill received 150 million Ghana cedis in bids, with 140 million Ghana cedis accepted. Market analysts attribute the strong performance largely to increased participation from institutional investors. Yields show a mixed trend across the short-term curve, with the 91-day bill inching up by 6 basis points to 10.53% from the 10.47% recorded earlier. In contrast, the 182-day bill declined by 5 basis points to 12.3% from the 12.35%, while 364-day bill slipped slightly by 1 basis point to 12.86% from the 12.87% recorded the previous week. For the upcoming auction, the government aims to raise 6.57 billion Ghana cedis.
That was a Newsdesk report filed by my colleague Netele Neti Ajahu. Finally, on the forex market this morning, the dollar retailing at 13 cedis 20 pesos, the British pound at 17 cedis 80 pesos, the euro could be sold to you at 15 cedis 50 pesos. Mind you, these are forex bureau rates and not BOJ interbank rates. That's our package for today by way of the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Many thanks for your company. I'm Neela Atilati. Do have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Adeng.
Ah, ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
7:15. Time for kickoff. The business news was brought to you by EcoBank. It's amazing how the world is ever changing, ever evolving. Today, AI is involved. Tomorrow, who knows what's going to be in the trends. Well, the good thing is EcoBank has been with us every step of the way. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has pioneered a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. From our mobile app, EcoBank Pay Express Points across the country, EcoBank is right where you are. It's a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Valex Lease is offering you something exciting. If you run an office, you operate a school, or you have a printing hub, you don't need to buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited. Yes, Valex Lease Equip Limited, Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service, is here, bringing us relief because with just 953 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier, print unlimited with free paper too. Comes with free toners, free cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, and nationwide coverage across 16 regions. So stop spending big on machines, paper, and repairs as well as maintenance. Straight to Valex Lease and keep your money for what matters most. Call us on 0244 644048, valexlease.com. We have customized payment plans for you as well. It's an affordable document management solution at your doorstep. Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Use your Momo app to make transactions of more than 100 cedi daily. Win daily cash of 100 to 200 cedis, weekly jackpots of up to 2,000 cedis, plus yellow biz routers or monthly prizes up to 5,000 Ghana cedis. There is a mega draw, a massive 100,000 Ghana cedis is up, with more grand wins of 50,000, 30,000 and 10,000 cedis. It's not just the Momo app. Payments through bank transfers, POS, advanced services, and even third-party transactions also qualify. So download the Momo app, transact and win in the Stillman Sanka promo. We are doing this in collaboration with the NLA on their Caritas Lottery platform. Benjamin Nketia is here, ready to serve you kickoff. That's brought to you by Shell V Power and Lesheho. How do you want your engine to feel today? Confident, protected, ready to perform? Then let's talk about Shell V Power. Shell V Power with Dynaflex technology, specially formulated to clean, protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs, is designed to remove performance robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. So fill up with Shell V Power at a Shell service station near you. Fuel performance, fuel confidence, fuel protection over and over again. Feel the feeling with Shell V Power. Now we've been doing this for 15 years. The shareholder has put smiles on your faces, and we've done this for 15 years only because you, our trusted customers, have reposed confidence in us. So thank you. We celebrate this milestone with you. We say a heartfelt thank you to you. This anniversary is not about us, it's about you, our customers, our partners and communities. Together we look forward to the future with confidence, knowing that with Lesheho, lives will improve. Call now or WhatsApp him on 02700 4799 for any of our financial solutions. Lesheho, let's improve life. Benjamin Nketia, kickoff.
And a wonderful morning to all of you out there. Kickoff proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda G8 Polytank Ghana, and Letseho. Let's improve life. In the headlines, Ghana seal qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, while in the Ghana Premier League, Asante Kotoko were held to a draw in match week 5's action. Let's start off with the victory party at the Accra Sports Stadium last night, and Ghana sealed their place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Comoros in their final Group I game last night at the Accra Sports Stadium. Gabi Affair was at the venue and filed this report.
It is all over here at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Black Stars of Ghana clinching that ticket that takes them to the 2026 World Cup in the USA, Canada and Mexico. And the atmosphere at the Accra Sports Stadium throughout the 90 minutes was great. It was electric. The fans turned up in numbers to support the team, and they were very much happy with the performance under head coach Otuado. It was down to Mohamed Kudus getting the Black Stars that only goal that secured all 3 points against their nemesis, that's Comoros, who have been a thorn in the flesh of the Black Stars in recent times. Well, Citi spoke to some spectators who reacted after 90 minutes here at the Accra Sports Stadium. How are you feeling after Ghana qualifying for a 5th World Cup? Canada, USA, Mexico.
Very excited. Very excited. I'm looking forward to good things. Yeah.
Well, what's your assessment of the team in general, especially under Otuado?
I feel like the team has come a long way, and it's given us hope for this World Cup. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what they're gonna do. It's looking good so far. Yeah.
Which player stood out for you?
Semenyo. Yeah, he stood out for me. Semenyo and Ayu. Yeah. Yeah, the two of them.
So where do you stand on the narrative, on this narrative? People say that football under the head coach has not been too good. Some sections say sack him, some say keep him from the World Cup. Well, where do you stand?
I say there's a lot of factors to consider when you make such a statement, because there's what we see and there's what goes on like down in the camp. So until we have the full facts, we can't just sit and talk. We can't do what they're doing, so we can't come to be saying anything like that. That's what I think. So when they come and they show up, they do what they do and we see what we see. It's not up to us to decide what's going on and what's going wrong. Yeah.
It was amazing. They did so well. Everyone played so well. I'm not gonna lie. I like everything they did there.
Well, where do you stand on people who say that the coach has not been too good, and so we should sack him. Some to say, let's see what he does at the World Cup.
He's trying. He's actually trying. So I think we should give him an opportunity to prove himself.
In actual fact, the Blasters did so well. All the department did so well. Right from the beginning, that's from the goalkeeper department, they are good. The midfield also good. The striking position is also good. But in actual fact, the coach needed some small error in terms of removing Kudus from the game. Because if you realize the whole game was that Kudus, most of the players were following him. So that's the mistake the coach did. But also the same, they are done so well.
Where do you stand on people who say, let's sack the coach? Some to say, let's stay with him and take him to the World Cup.
To me, the coach is so well, sacking him, that was the problem. He has to give a lesson. I'm sure definitely that when we go to the World Cup, we'll do very well. We will even reach semi-final.
I think that we must beef up the technical team. I don't agree that Otto should be sacked. Of course, I mean, sacking is part of the job. But I think that this is being the second person to lead Ghana, second Ghanaian to lead Ghana to the Mundial. I think that he should beef up. We've seen that we have a video analyst. We've seen that we have a set piece. Coaching staff being added to the. I think that we should strengthen that area of the team.
Right. So Coach Otuado is now the first man to take Ghana to back-to-back World Cups after he did so at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. He was asked that question after securing qualification for the Black Stars to compete at the 2026 World Cup.
For me personally, it's a big achievement. But for me, to be honest, it's good for us, for everyone. This is the most important thing. It's not in bad time, but also in good time. It's not about me, it's best. And some players haven't been there.
In the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Coach Otuado remains unbeaten throughout the games. The only blip that came in the games he played was that 1-0 draw against Chad in Jamaica. He was asked about that impressive record that led to Ghana qualifying for the 2026 World Cup in the USA, Canada, and Mexico.
I don't want to go through all the matches, but we had always a lot of chances. Not in all the games, but in most of the games. We were more matured. We were more clinical in our finishes. And still, even those games now, we could have done scored even more. So I think Sims is also the player. And sometimes things take time. They adapt to less distractions also, about discussions, about, I don't know, whatever, who's captain or number. Me, I don't care about these things, So, but I know it's a big thing here. So there are a lot of things. And but I think we now find together as a unity in the team. This is also very, very important. And I think this helps to structure, to build a team. If you have unity, everything else is easier.
So Gabi Ofer coming through with that report there. We're still with the Black Stars on FIFA. President Gianni Infantino congratulated the team and Ghana for qualifying to the FIFA World Cup.
Congratulations to the Black Stars on reaching the FIFA World Cup for the 5th time in history. Your fans will bring color, style and passion to the greatest FIFA World Cup ever in 2026 in Canada, Mexico and the United States, and we expect that your team will establish more global stars to follow in the footsteps of the famous team that made the quarterfinals of the tournament in South Africa in 2010. But for now, enjoy this special moment, and we cannot wait to see who the Black Stars will face when we have the final tournament draw on the 5th of December. See you all very soon. Well done. Congratulations. Bye.
FIFA President Gianni Infantino giving the Black Stars their flowers, and also Ghana essentially. So the World Cup 2026 stage is set. Let's move on to some fixtures that are happening today. There's Equatorial Guinea taking on Liberia. Sao Tome will be up against Malawi. There's South Sudan versus Togo. Tunisia up against Namibia. Cameroon will be up against Angola. We have Capo Verde versus Eswatini, Lesotho versus Zimbabwe, and then Mauritius up against Libya. In Europe, a few key qualifiers. Wales will be up against Belgium. The Northern Ireland take on Germany, and then Iceland will be up against France. So that's how it breaks down there. When you get to the Ghana Premier League, Nations FC, they held Kumasi Asante Kotoko to a goalless draw at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex in March Week 5. Meanwhile, Kotoko, led by Karim Zito, they turned their attention to continental duty with a CAF Confederations Cup second preliminary round clash against Wydad Athletic Club scheduled for October 19. Also, Mediama Sporting Club, they moved to the top of the Ghana Premier League table after their win over Dreams FC. Let me finish off with some action from the NBA's preseason, meaning that the season itself is on the horizon. The Brooklyn Nets were winners over the Phoenix Suns. It was a one-game possession win. Also, the Raptors beaten the Wizards by 1 point. The Magic did their thing against the Heat, and then the Boston Celtics won against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Anthony Simons, new acquisition for the Celtics, went off in that game for Boston. And then the Milwaukee Bucks are 3-0 to begin preseason, beaten this time the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers won against the Warriors. The Nuggets won against the Clippers. Also in their game. So a lot of action happening in the NBA's preseason. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff, and it's proudly been brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda G8, Politan Ghana, and Let's Share Ho, Let's Improve Life. I am Benjamin Nketia. There's more sports at citysportsonline.com.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V Power. With Shell V Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V Power removes performance-robbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V Power. Go well.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The Money Matter segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. You know that petty trader in your neighborhood, the one who sells cocoa every morning? She isn't well to do, but with her small daily earnings, she managed to see her children through the best universities. She didn't wait to be rich first. She simply kept saving and investing bit by bit. That's the quiet power of discipline. At Petra, we don't wait for you to be rich enough. We work with you from day one, because with us, your little today can become a lot tomorrow. So let's do life together. Dial *447 *70# to speak to a financial advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matter segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Monterey, Disneyland Paris. We're on our way. Buy Indomie noodles. Take a look inside. A comic and a code is what you'll find. Go to Indomie Ghana. Type it in. That's how easy it is to win. Flat screen TVs, PS5 also. So many prizes just waiting for you. Get all 9 comics, don't delay. You could go to Paris, Italy. Indomie noodles will make your day.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
We always say the future of our daughters mean everything to us, and we'll do all we can for them. Now's the time to do that. Let's protect our daughters from cervical cancer, a preventable disease. From the 7th to 11th October, girls aged 9 to 14 can get safe and free vaccine in schools, health facilities, and designated vaccination points. Get your daughter vaccinated today to protect her future. A healthy future for our girls starts with us. United against cervical cancer. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know, pepper sankofa, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
Is it possible that the biggest threat to your business isn't the competition outside, but the lack of trust and accountability within your own team? That's why we are inviting you and your team to attend the 11th edition of the God as CEO Business Encounter on Saturday, 15th November 2025 at 9 a.m. at the Chartered Institute of Bankers Auditorium, Accra. Theme: Building Excellent Teams with God's Blueprint. Speakers are Samuel Atamensa, Managing Director, Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Dr. Mrs. Irene Stella Ajanin Boateng, Vice Chair, Public Services Commission, Mrs. Akosia Ansa Entry, Managing Director, Enterprise Insurance, and the President of God as CEO, Doug Dwyer. Moderating the conversations will be Mrs. Petra Abba Asamoah. Register now for only 500 Ghana cedis at godasceo.org/Africa/Accra or call 055-045-4700. Give your team a chance to deliver excellence and thrive. Sponsored by Rivia, Wopeka, and Amalina Children's Haven.
Good morning, class. My apologies. I'm late for your class today. My apologies, like I said. On my note, the economy. What's your next class? Psychology. Okay, who can help me? I want to send money with my bank. Withdraw some monies. I feel let me tank. Me try error. Hey, to be frank, doc. This your bank there. It be junk. The Digital Bank of the Year. FA, the bank of the moment. Doc, and you will be safe and smooth. You know go talk plenty. First Atlantic Bank. FA.
Yeah, they've won it back to back. Up to now.
now, no bank is close to that.
Back to back? Yeah, dog, that's the fact. So, dog, if you sign up, you can't depart. 2 times winner, they get our bank of the year. Back to back, if I enter your ear. Quick, safe,
Always on time, secure transactions for you, my dear.
pay your debt and bill. Stay home more, relax and chill. First Atlantic Bank be the deal. Charlie, FAB and your bill. To pay your debt and bill. Charlie, FAB and your bill. Go the guitar.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
When malaria strikes, it doesn't just make you sick. It takes your sleep, your peace, your time. Work on hold, missed deadlines, your home turned upside down. Fight back fast and strong with Vegatem, artemether and lumenfantrine combination that is tough against malaria. Sealed in durable alu-alu package, each tablet stays effective to the last dose.
Vegatem now day, malaria don't finish. Oh.
Get back to work, back to health and strength, back to living life with Vegatem. Vegatem, tough on malaria, easy on you. Imported and distributed by Panacea Pharmacy Limited. Contact 059-380-2668 or 0274-182-917 for bulk purchases. Always test for malaria before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show.
She's a rich
Rise above the
girl.
noise.
She don't try to hide it. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. He's a poor boy, empty as a pocket. Empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Sing ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na. She got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na-na. She got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. 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 Diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
People say she's crazy, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, that's one way to lose these walking blues. diamonds on the soles of your shoes. She was physically forgotten, but then she slipped into my pocket with my car keys. She said, you've taken me for granted because I please you, wearing these diamonds. And I could say, ooh, as if everybody knows what I'm talking about. As if everybody here would know exactly what I was talking about. I'm talking about diamonds on the soles of your shoes.
.42 on the City Breakfast Show. Quick requests coming through on the show this morning. I wish my lovely and amazing wife, Mrs. Jessica Ochre Birago, a happy birthday.
She makes the sign of a
From George Ochre, Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, and our 3 adorable kids, we say we love you so very much. Happy birthday to Jessica Ochre Birago. And to Samuel Adote Alote of Tech and Transformation Department, Deloitte. And belated birthday to Abena Baini, Chief Sustainability Officer of Deloitte West Africa, and an audit partner, Deloitte Ghana. And belated happy birthday to Ebenezer Asante of the Audit Assurance Department, Deloitte Country Managing Partner. Happy birthday
and I could say
to my daughter. Actually, not a birthday. I wish you to congratulate my daughter. She was called to the bar on Friday, and for some funny reason, she's been trending in the social media space. She's called Lois Bahun Wilson.
You know exactly.
This is from Albert SIC Life.
I'm talking about
to Lois Bahun Wilson. Happy birthday to Andy Brookman of Bank of Africa Credit Department. Wishing you abundant grace and divine favor and endless mercies in all the areas of your life. From your wife, Evelyn, children, and members of our nation, our concerned social group. Thank you.
And let me do belated happy birthday to Francis Komivi Domapo, aka Calculus. You are a fine brain in the world of mathematics. You are just impossible. Today we are all celebrating you. Your sister Marilyn Honam, and then also Mamiga Amito. They are all celebrating you, just like myself and all of us here on the City Breakfast Show. Because without you, I wouldn't be sitting here today. You helped to rescue me in the area of mathematics. So, Carlos, you are fine, man. God bless you.
Okay. A couple more coming through this morning.
Yes, Bernard. Good morning, CBS team. Wishing our son Miles Selinam Chewa of Corpus Christi School a happy 10th birthday. Grateful to God for this milestone. May God continue to order his steps every day of his life. We love you so much. Enjoy your first double-digit age, our big boy. It's from your mom, dad, auntie, godmother, and grandpa. Also from Daniel Addison. Good morning, team. I would like to wish Manye Na Amoko Chui Anna the First a glorious 50th birthday. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. We will party at Adabraka today. And good morning, City. Please, today is my 50th birthday. Please say a prayer for me. Na Amoko Chui Na the First Adabraka. Thank you.
Wish a birthday spend on those who matter. Use MasterCard to get the power to shop and make payments on the go. It makes life convenient. It's safe. You can insert your card. You can tap or scan. Let's leave cash in the past. Go to your bank and switch to MasterCard today and be on your way to something truly priceless. Vita Infant Cereal with milk is making feeding time for babies 6 months and above easy. With 3 delicious flavors, baby gets a variety of cereals. Enrich with Nutri-V, which contains 16 essential vitamins and minerals, including zinc, iron, and calcium. We recommend you add only previously boiled water. Vita Good Nutrition for a strong start. This advert is FDA approved.
The poor boy changes clothes and puts on aftershave to compensate for his ordinary shoes.
Your SG Visa card can do way more for you. It's your key to smarter, more convenient payments. Pay online for your meals, shop online. Fuel and services can make quick payments on POS terminals as well. With your gold and platinum cards, you even get more value. Exclusive shopping or exclusive whooping discounts at selected vendors, I should say, including airport lounges. Don't have a Visa card? Well, visit any SG Ghana branch today and get one. SG, Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
What I was talking about. I'm talking about
From 1, 2, and 3 to 4-bedroom homes, Afro Arab Properties has covered you at prime locations including Manette, Spintex, East Legon, Hills, Santor, Ashali Bochuing, Maijo, Temakomin 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, Apollonia, and more. We have affordable, accessible, and quality homes, rewarding our clients with amazing extras. Call 055 17 53231. That's 055 17 53231. Or visit afroarabproperties.com. You can own your dream house and pay within 5 years with absolutely no interest.
crazy. I got diamonds on the soles of my shoes, yeah. Well, that's one way to lose these walking blues.
And enjoy up to 31% off when you hold a funeral service Sunday to Wednesday at Transitions. The funeral people will take the stress so families can have peace. You can save up to 25,000 cedis, including a free casket. It's not just about cost, it's about convenience, quality, and professionalism. We have a serene chapel where you can host over 600 guests with dignified hairs, free chillers, and ice. Dedicated funeral coordinator, no conflicting events. Call Transitions now, 0302 634 706. That's 0302 634 706. You can send an email to info.transitions@myenterprisegroup.io.
And everybody here would know exactly what I was talking about. I'm talking about
So many things to talk about. The great news is the Ghana Black Stars are the 5th African team to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This is the 5th time we've qualified. Great story all around. So far, 4 other African countries have qualified. Crunch matches later. We'll discuss that briefly. The big conversation this morning, though. The Bank of Ghana has put out some information which ordinarily should make all of us very happy. But these are certainly not ordinary times. So government spending falls 14% below target. This is supposed to be great news, especially look at where we come from, right? Government spending was kept below target, reflecting tighter fiscal discipline, improved expenditure control. Government expenditure was 131 billion cedis. They had originally targeted 152, so it's about 21 billion less than they said they would spend. Looking at the categories, all spending categories came in below target except compensation of employees. So government, and of course, except compensation, right? So compensation is the only place where they met their target. Interest payments was almost 20% below target. They were supposed to pay 36 billion, they paid 28.9 billion. Right? This was because of declining domestic interest rates and a stronger cedi. Compensation for employees was about 45 billion. That's the only one that met target. Now, capital expenditure fell to just 10 billion cedis, nearly 63% below the 22.4 billion target. So already capital expenditure was about half of compensation, and they spent less than half of that half. So basically we spent 10 billion cedis on capex instead of 23 billion, and we spent almost 45 billion on salaries. Now domestic capex, so capex is capital expenditure, domestic was 6.6 billion. That's big push. And foreign was just 3.4 billion. Arrears clearance, again, arrears also has to do with people who are owed money, was 4.8 billion. They are targeted 8.1 billion. So maybe a bit above half. So arrears too, they haven't cleared a lot. But there's no new arrears build up, which is a sign of stronger expenditure management. And government commitment to fiscal consolidation. This guy is looking at me as if he wants to beat me. Now, so ordinarily it's supposed to be great news. Let me add another story. Actually, Francisca, add that story for me. The High Street Journal wrote a very good story.
The High Street Journal. The headline is Belt Tightening Fatigue. Why Government Must Sell the Long-Term Gain to Citizens. Subheadline, Government must sell its continued belt tightening into 2026 to citizens to prevent discontent from derailing economic gains. And the story reads, the recent International Monetary Fund IMF statement confirming Ghana's commitment to continued fiscal prudence deep into 2026 is a necessary economic anchor, but it presents a massive political challenge. While controlling spending has delivered impressive results, such as the dramatic drop in inflation to 9.4% and renewed Citi stability, in addition to reduction in interest rates, the side effect is an economy starved of public cash, fueling potential citizen discontent that threatens to derail the recovery. The current pain stems from the government, the nation's largest spender, deliberately applying the brakes on expenditure. This slowdown has led to emerging complaints of a lack of money in the system, with some programs stalled or slowed down. This is the uncomfortable price of financial stability, but without urgent public sensitization, this necessary austerity measure could lead to citizen discontent and force a politically motivated reversal. Subtitle or subheadline, The Risk of Silence, Discontent versus Discipline. The government has committed to strict targets, including adopting a 2026 budget targeting a 1.5% of GDP primary surplus. In essence, it is promising to live well within its means and prioritize debt reduction over expensive short-term spending sprees. This strict discipline is expected to stabilize the economy, ensuring low inflation, into bracket 8 plus 2% target, and moderate sustainable growth. That's 4.8% projected in 2026. However, these complex figures mean little to citizens experiencing cash flow shortages and business slowdowns. If the government fails to clearly articulate the long-term rewards of this belt tightening, the public outcry could become overwhelming. A groundswell of discontent could push the administration to backtrack on its fiscal discipline to secure popular support. Such a retreat would risk undoing the hard-won stability, potentially triggering a resurgence of inflation and currency depreciation, the very crisis the IMF program is designed to prevent. Here's another subheading.
That's an interesting angle. Go on.
The mandate, carry the citizenry along.
All right.
To protect the economic gains and sustain political support, the government must launch a robust and relatable public education campaign. This campaign needs to focus not just on the necessity of the spending cuts, but on the tangible long-term benefits they unlock. The single biggest payoff of fiscal prudence is the significant reduction in interest rates. Citizens must understand that lower rates mean businesses can borrow affordably, expand operations, and ultimately create the jobs and wealth that genuinely raise living standards. The message should be clear. The current slowdown prevents a return to the painful debt crisis and chaotic high inflation of the past. Stability, though slow, is the only sustainable path to prosperity. The IMF update underscores a painful but essential trade-off, which is short-term discomfort for long-term sustainable prosperity. The government's challenge now is not purely economic. It is one of communication and trust. It must bridge the gap between financial statistics and kitchen table reality to ensure the citizenry willingly stays on the slow, tough road to recovery.
So that was the High Street Journal's quite brilliant article. Why do you keep looking at me like that? This is a very good article. So far, we've given some numbers, right? 45 billion cedis spent on salaries. They targeted 22.4 billion for capital expenditures, but spent only 10, of which 6.6 is domestic capex. They didn't spend as much on paying interest, which is good because the currency appreciated, so that's a good thing. So on paper, things are doing well. Let me just, since we are there, let me just continue. Let me read what the IMF2 said, because the IMF2 is saying that things are pretty nice. All right, they did their review, and they, where's the story? Just give me a minute. They, good, here it is. So the IMF, in a statement, explained that macroeconomic stabilization is taking root. Growth in 2025 first half is stronger than anticipated, underpinned by strong services activity and agriculture output. I thought you said Zion. Caleb, you are not helping me today. The external sector has improved noticeably on robust exports. He's not saying Zion. He's not happy. Particularly gold and cocoa. International reserves accumulation continued to exceed the ECF supported program target. Did I hear Zion? While the city appreciated markedly in the first half of the year. Zion. I'm giving my own Zion. He said the positive momentum was expected to continue into the 2026 with growth projected at 4.8%. This is the IMF guy. He added that inflation was forecasted to remain within the Bank of Ghana target of between 6% and 10%. Single digit. It'd be nice. Okay. Mr. Atoyan explained that a solid current account surplus will continue to aid reserve accumulation, although external risk remains significant, largely on account, let me go to the next page, largely on account of lingering uncertainties of commodity prices for Ghana's exports. The authorities made notable strides in addressing long-standing challenges in the energy sector. This is too nice. The government has renegotiated legacy arrears and power purchasing agreements with most independent power producers. Tariff adjustments are now conducted quarterly, helping to better reflect costs. Payment through the cash waterfall mechanism has also increased. Furthermore, the statement, IMFO, referenced Mr. Atoyan as saying that on the fiscal front, the primary balance for the first 8 months of the 2025 posted a surplus of 1.1% of GDP, on track to achieve the 1.5% end of year. He said the authorities were committed to adopting a 2026 budget targeting 1.5% of GDP primary surplus on a commitment basis in line with the recently adopted fiscal responsibility framework. He goes on to give more funds. The comprehensive debt restructuring is progressing well, following the signing of a memorandum of understanding with the official creditor committee with the G20 common framework. Bilateral agreements have been concluded with 5 countries. The authorities are actively engaging in negotiation with remaining commercial creditors to finalize debt treatment. Moreover, Ghana's debt trajectory improved markedly on an improved... Charlie. Everything they be, according to Mr. Atoya. So...
I don't want to say that Mr. Atoyan is not serious. And I wouldn't say that.
Hey,
Bernard, look, what is the bottom line for economic management?
You have not answered any question.
You will not answer any question. You see, we are living in a republic whose happiness or otherwise sustains the life of this country.
Yeah, man.
And where those people are not happy, where they are stifled, where the economic activity is suffocated, what it means is that the republic no longer holds. And we've seen that in many countries. What is the problem here? A previous government mismanaged our economy and basically put it on life support. And we had to go to the IMF to rescue it. A new government comes in and says, okay, we will tidy up the situation. And in doing so, they have put in place certain measures. Of course, in keeping with some of the negotiations already done with the IMF by the previous government.
So what is your problem?
But do we need this much restraint on the public purse? I argue no. The reason is that, Bernard, about 70 or more percent of the workers of this country, the people whose energy propels this country forward, are in the private sector. They are the informal sector. Government claims that yes, it is paying salaries and blah blah. Of course, we see the nurses on the streets. We see the teachers complaining. The doctors are also complaining, and many other people are also complaining. But the core who are propelling this economy forward in the informal sector are not being paid because what? Government has decided that it will not pay people who have provided services from the informal sector. The private sector people who government engaged in the past to do the work of moving the country, it will not pay them.
Which people?
The contractors of this country, service providers, parliament itself. People provided services to parliament. Yet those people are not being paid because there's no money. Of course, they say that they are trying to get around the problem.
No, they say they are doing. They actually have done the arrears audit, and the report was presented to cabinet, and they saved the country 12 billion cedis in that audit.
But the government can claim anything it wants to claim, right? The bottom line is that people are hungry as a result of those interventions. I work in the services sector.
Hungry?
Bernard,
I work. Paid salaries of people. Salaries and expenditure, they paid 44 billion. So if you were government has paid you,
Bernard,
the only people who haven't been paid are the 26,000 prospective nurses and 20,000 prospective teachers.
That's exactly
who have not been employed since 2019. Who the ministers of finance deputy says they will be paid, they will be absorbed from next year. So for that one is a historical issue. But everybody who has worked has been paid.
Bernard, I have just told you about the distinction. You can claim that you are paying people in the formal sector. The people in the government institutions who are on government payroll, you have paid them, right? But the fact is, the core of the people who move this country forward are in the informal sector. People like you and I.
Does government owe them?
Of course.
Which people?
Bernard, look, I have clients who are in the construction space, who have worked for government of the Republic of Ghana.
Contractors.
Yes, for years who have not been paid. What it means is that interest rates in the banks are going up. Legal fees cannot be paid.
Arrears payment, we have paid 50%.
What?
Arrears, you are right. When it comes to arrears, they've paid only half of what they said they would pay. As in, the planned arrear payment was, I think, 8 billion. They paid about 4. So there's money owed that has to be paid.
Exactly the point I'm making. And what it means is that these people cannot feed their families. What it means is that these people cannot pay fees. What it means is that these people will lay off workers.
But if the economy is not stabilized, even if you are paid, inflation will destroy the value of what you are paid. So stability is a necessary condition for economic prosperity.
Stability cannot be achieved at the expense of the lives of the citizens of any republic, no matter how bad the economic situation may well be. When you do that, as we saw in Romania, eventually the system collapses. Yes, of course, in the 80s. When you do that, as we saw in Greece, you have problems. Argentina saw a similar situation. In fact, in Ghana in the 70s, we saw a similar situation. Trying to achieve stability at the cost of the lives of citizens of the republic does not help the republic grow.
Are you not putting short-term interests ahead of what you yourself, because you were trained in economics at GIMPA, you got the second upper. You know that if you don't, inflation is almost like a thief of economic value.
That's true.
Bringing inflation down is very critical. Stabilizing the exchange rate. Now, exchange is around 12-ish. So stability, so instability and eroded value of inflation can destroy everything. The other issue is all these macro indicators like fiscal deficits and things and growing debt. It reduces your economic outlook globally. You don't get access to credit. So these things are short-term pains you have to take so that in the long term, everybody can enjoy. And an economist like you should be saying, oh, this is the way it is done. So we should use our platform to say, yeah.
Bernard, you see, the only reason why I don't want to go for you is that you...
I'll come back to this matter. I see that you are struggling. Hey, 8:05 is the time. Tech and social media trends is next.
It's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is rewarding smart banking. Download the First mobile app or use *894# for your everyday transactions, and you stand a chance of winning a cool 500 Ghana cedis cash every single week. The more you use your First mobile app or *894#, the better your chances of winning. If you're not yet a member of the First Bank Bank Ghana family as a customer, just dial star 894 hash or download the First mobile app to initiate the account opening process. 0596 921 921 is the number to call if you have any inquiries. First Bank Ghana, you first.
Edwin Kwakufi is here. I'm sure the Black Stars are trending massively. Edwin, welcome.
Very massively. Thank you, Bernard. So the Black Stars, they've qualified for the World Cup. A number of milestones. Otoado becomes the first coach to lead the Black Stars to consecutive World Cups. Yeah.
Whoa. We need to celebrate him.
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so. He's done very well.
Yes, we do. And the Black Stars, of course, making their 5th appearance at the World Cup after 2006, 2010, 2014, and 2022.
We didn't go.
No, we didn't go in 2018. Failed to qualify for that one.
Wonderful.
Of course, it's going to be the biggest World Cup, so being there was a must for the Black Stars. An expanded tournament that will take 9 African countries through automatically. So the Black Stars have made it through automatically.
How does the playoff thing work? They said there are 4 first runner-ups.
Yes, so the 4 best runners-up from the groups will play in sort of a league format.
The 4 of them?
Yeah, the 4 of them.
For
They'll
one
play
to qualify?
For one to qualify. And then they will play in an intercontinental playoff match.
Hey!
A one-off against one of the other teams from another continent.
So you have to beat the Africans and beat there's a long journey.
Another team from
long,
another continent before
you go.
Before
And
you
we
make
do
it
need
to the
3
World
points
Cup.
to Nigeria.
And Nigeria's 3 points. But we have 25.
Yeah.
Nigeria has 14.
Yes.
Ghana can say they are friends, so give them 3.
Even 3 points might not take
because
Nigeria
our 25, even if we take 3 away, it's tournament. 22. We can still go. So if the president of Nigeria was prepared, we can give him 3.
Yes.
They will humble themselves like that.
If they humble themselves and come, they can think of something to do.
Well, a number of players trending. Ali Juseidu, he was shocking. To put it lightly, yes, the right back Ali Juseidu, he was shocking, particularly in the first half. So a lot of people complaining about why he was in the team in the first place and whether he should be taken to the World Cup because he was not good at all. Kudus Mohammed, he was that bad. Kudus Mohammed scored Ghana's winning goal against Comoros. Thomas Partey provided the assist, so both players are trending.
Partey played so well
as well. Yes, he was
so
very good in midfield.
Yeah.
So away
we are
from
there.
Yes, we are the World Cup.
Yeah.
Canada trending, USA trending, but surprisingly, Mexico
is not trending. Black man. You don't want to go to Mexico.
They don't want to go
If
at
I
all.
get to Mexico, I'll go.
It's a good experience to have.
If I get Mexico, I'll go. It's a nice place. They have good food.
Yeah.
Lovely weather.
Beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, some amazing cultures as
Yeah,
well.
Mexico is not bad.
Except for some bad side that they
Yes.
have.
So
Racists with
if
the
I get
kids
Mexico,
don't
I'll go. Ghanaians don't want to be put in Mexico.
They don't want to go
They want
to
to be based
Mexico.
in Canada.
Because Trump has modified
Canada
the
or
border
USA.
wall, you know.
Then they should start praying. But they can put as group K. Group K, Mexico.
Okay, so we move on from the Black Stars to the health minister who trended heavily over the weekend because a viral video of a nurse basically calling him a drama king and saying that he wasn't being genuine when he expressed his regrets for them not being paid. Said that if he's paired with Kumawood's biggest actors, they'll come out with a blockbuster that the country has never seen. Yeah, so the Ghana Health Service, they queried the nurse. The letter went viral as well on social media. People were complaining. And then a statement came from the health ministry saying the minister was telling the GHS to temper justice with mercy. And that even they do not condone the use of disrespectful language in any situation, although they sympathize with the situation of the nurses, though. So that became a big issue over the weekend.
I think the point has to be made that, look, let's not create the impression that, we endorse irresponsible talk. It is possible to criticize public officials without being disrespectful. But then again, when the excesses come, it is important that those with the authority to manage those situations know what time it is. I think that letter querying the young lady was in bad taste. It creates the impression that, there's an attempt to silence, people from, critiquing the system, which is completely unacceptable. And I don't think that the minister himself would endorse a thing like that.
I think that's why he
came out. But you see that sets him up. Then people now say that, oh, maybe you set this whole thing in place so that you should be. No, that's what I'm saying. No, look, we are in Ghana. Exactly. So yes, that's what you hear people say.
Ghana Health Service
so anything
issue the threat, then you come and say, oh,
don't do it.
So is he the one who told the nurse to go and insult him?
No, the point I'm making is that the institution that is querying her, at least you could have called her into whatever, reprimand her verbally. And
why did they put the query letter on social media?
Because the moment I saw the letter, I was just like, the minister will right now say that they should let
it's
go
not fair
on grounds of.
Okay, they shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, so we move on to
nurses too who are demonstrating. They should talk well. Criticize.
When we are discussing how to find money to pay them, they have time to go and say that we do such things. You are here fighting for them that they should pay. Look at what somebody is doing.
No, he said the way I cannot do his face in the camera.
Don't repeat it.
A couple more trending issues.
The real frustration that the nurses are going to take it personally against the minister, even though that's not right.
We should be professional at all times. People demonstrate and we interview them and they speak. It's not like you've not. So you can't go on social media and go and be insulting your minister of health and expect us to clap for you. That's unprofessional. When you do a demonstration, we put the mic in front of you, express your view. You don't go on social media and go and be misbehaving in the name of free speech. Anyway, the minister said they should forgive. So
a couple more trending issues before we get into tech news. Akon, he was trending because his wife, Tomika Thiam, has filed for divorce.
Oh.
Yeah, and she filed for divorce 3 days before their 29th anniversary. So she cited irreconcilable differences and she's seeking legal custody of their 17-year-old daughter called Jenny. Also seeking spousal support from him and asked the courts to
allow the man to finish the story.
And ask the court to block any spousal support to him. So
basically, the money will go to him.
Yeah.
Alimony.
Yeah. So there was a story that went viral a few years ago about Hakimi and how he supposedly puts his money in
the footballer.
Yeah, that wasn't true. That was proven not to be true. People are saying the same thing about Akon and that his account was empty because he's been putting his money elsewhere. That hasn't been proven yet. So I'll continue to fact check and then bring you the information.
So the whole marriage thing for some people is a business. And married, stay for 10 years, divorce, collect your cash out. It's like cash in, cash out.
It's a very grim view that people now take of marriage. Yeah, and
that's why they do prenuptial
exactly. But in Ghana, we don't allow those things.
No, but it's because of the imbalance of power and wealth over the years. I'm not justifying any form of greed, but I'm saying no. It's not robbing you. You have to appreciate the society you live in. Over the years, there's been an imbalance of power and wealth. And marriage has. We come on to marriage.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Please go.
A final trending story. 5.5 months ago, there was a jailbreak in New Orleans. 10 inmates escaped. 10 inmates escaped. 9 were captured over time, and finally the last one has also been captured. He was found in some crawl space. The police went in. It took them 3 hours to actually find where he was, but he's finally been.
After how many years?
It's 5.5 months.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Escape from Sobibo. Afterwards, that was a nice movie. Escape from Sobibo. Kakra, it will be here.
So finally, tech news. And Microsoft is ending support for Windows 10, and that'll be tomorrow.
Why?
So we can't use it again.
So yeah.
The funeral service will be conducted by Windows.
So there'll be
wiped out Microsoft in there.
Yeah. So there'll be no more free security updates, which could leave computers vulnerable. So
don't download it.
Microsoft are saying move to Windows 11 for free, or sign up for extra security updates for a year, only a year, and then it's done.
Or move to Google Chrome.
It's significant because 1.4 billion people use Windows worldwide, and 43% of those are on Windows 10.
Oh, then I think then there's a serious business problem.
I don't remember the last time any of my machines had a Windows.
Yeah, but people
People
there
say
are
it's 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
Charlie, many of the people in the third world, they still rely on
But
those
Windows,
systems.
but Bill Gates, there's plenty of money, guys. You should just do the thing free. Charlie, you have plenty of money. You are
It's
looking for
moved
buses.
on into medicine,
Yeah, but Charlie, if you
green
got Windows,
energy.
Charlie, you shouldn't do that. You should just update the thing for us. You get plenty of money. How much will it cost him to do it?
Can I imagine?
Bill Gates, we beg. Uncle Bill.
I send them, you get them. I get them, I send them.
I get them.
I pay them.
I get them. I take them.
You get them.
I send them.
I send them, you get them. I get them.
I buy them. I take them.
I pay them. I send them.
Telecel Cash.
Experience the ultimate convenience of sending money on Telecel Cash. Sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is free. You can also make payments to merchants on all networks. Enjoy best value and total security with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You're looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we sick out to bank baby? No lie, only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank, cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first. Woo!
Nobody feed do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank will treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see crap, yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank. This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Hey! What man? Good recite ho! No way! Nexus cable metal iron one to the biomo. Nexus cable metal fossil. At flexible. And now conduit cable 5,000 cities Rukobiara or 1Q distributor. And now one retailer Biara. Joe receipt. And now invoice. For who phone? Let your invoice and now receipt a picture. Fuck WhatsApp numbers 055 255 7781 and 053 101 8643. Damadana. Obey Sika. Womo do. The send your phone able to invoice picture. Able to use to distribute an any phone. Let us send invoice. Them Sikana. Remember wow phone no do. So Nexans cable. Or ISO certified. Made in Ghana Papa B. To invoice you go WhatsApp numbers there. Now what's Rebecca cashback? Where you more
Nexans cable metal. Electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable they carry ya.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to. I miss you. Salary them pay last week. This week, no, it finished. How? But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds. Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot.
Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with a GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Me, dear, affordable cooking oil is everything to me and my family. Sure, when I discovered that fried toast sachets come in different sizes, are affordable, and can be used to refill my original fried toast bottles, I switched fast from these Bubi Mame oils for the frying of my buffets and for cooking all my favorite meals.
Switch to Frytol sachets, your trusted and convenient cooking oil for all your Frytol bottle refills. You deserve a life of goodness. This advert is FDA approved.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to Lifesaver Moment, brought to you by the Ghana Cooperative Credit Union Association. Learn a new skill today. It is never too late to do so. That's your next break if you don't give up.
Nobody cushions you like your credit union. Nobody cushions you like your credit union. For 70 years and counting, we've been around. Nobody cushions you like your credit union.
Nobody cushions you like your credit union. Whatever your needs for loans, investments, savings, and more, call 0302-220-299 or visit cua.org.gh for more information. You can also follow us on our social media handles.
Nobody cushions you like your credit union.
Charlie, not again. And I need to return this car by Friday. No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? How? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers. Offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required. Promo runs from now to 31st October. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
(25:08). Happy Customer Service Week from all of us at Zenith Bank. We extend our special thanks to you, our valued customer, for your trust, loyalty, and continued support. We have 20 years of successful banking. Our promise is to keep delivering exceptional banking service and continuously improve our service delivery. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. Indomie has a mission for you, and the reward: a trip to Disneyland Paris with amazing prizes. Your ticket right inside every Indomitable Hero Pack. Here's how the mission works. Step 1, buy an Indomie Hero Pack. Each pack comes with a special hero comic book. Step 2, check your code on the first page of the comic book. Step 3, dial *844 *44# or visit indomieghana.com to enter your code. Every code you enter could win you rewards like free PS5s, iPhones, TVs, tablets, bicycles, and more. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the mission today. Indomie tastes great. First Atlantic Bank is proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year not once but twice, back to back. It's a celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking, whether it's through our mobile app, internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms. We make sure your banking experience is truly safe, fast, and secure. So why settle for less? Join the Pepper family today and experience the true meaning of smart banking. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Here's a question. Do you want a comfortable and fulfilling retirement? Think about it this way. Life is good. You are working and can afford all the good things of life and live comfortably. But have you thought of the fact that one day you will retire and won't be able to work again? Yes, like they say, to everything there's a season. So in the same way, there is the time to work and the time to retire. But must life come to an end because of your retirement? Don't be a member of the Had I Known Club. Take decisive action today. Get enrolled on the SNIT scheme. Pay your contributions regularly and relax knowing that SNIT has got you covered. Call SNIT on 0302 611 622 or connect with us on our socials at SNIT Ghana. SNIT, we deliver on our promise.
So good morning, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twisco, enriched with NF4, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. At just 2 Ghana cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to a rich, delightful, chocolatey taste of Twisco and power that dream. Simply mix with water, add milk, stir, and enjoy. The kids can't get enough, so head to your nearest store. Grab your Twitsco 20G sachet, 400G sachet, or 400G 10 today. Twitsco, power your dream is an advert that's FDA approved. You know that feeling when it's the middle of the month, but the salary, Charlie, it's already gone, and the bills keep marching in, fridge repairs, school fees, and those family commitments you can't dodge, and you can relate with Sky's argument this morning. Well, GCB salary advance, with that, you don't have to worry at all. No complicated criteria, no guesswork. You can access up to 80% of your pay in seconds at the lowest interest rates. No paperwork, no branch wahala, just your GCB mobile app and you're sorted. No cash, don't stress. Let GCB salary advance handle it. Switch to a GCB salary account now. Payday can be any day. So download the GCB mobile app on Google App Store or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life. It's the winning season. The luckiest is here, back again, bigger and better. We'll show you how. 2 simple ways. First, grab your phone and dial *712#. Choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself. 2 to buy for someone else. If you want the system to generate a lucky ticket for you, then you go with option 1 again. Confirm payment with your Momo, and then you'll be in. Use the luckiestafrica.com for online process. Tap on community tickets to either pick your own lucky number or let the system choose for you. Buy a ticket for someone else and pay with Momo or with your card. This is your golden chance. Hop on and let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere. Cowbell has always had you in mind. Yes, you. And today I bring you great news. Cowbell is offering you creamy goodness in 2 creamy variants: Cowbell Premium and Cowbell Vita Rich. Premium is rich in essential vitamins and minerals, packed with high protein boost of 23.6%. Available in 23G at 4 Ghana cedis, 360G sachet at 60 Ghana cedis, and 400G 10 at 85 Ghana cedis. Nutrition never tasted this good. We have the Vita Rich as well, that's fortified with vitamins A, B9, C, D, E, and K. Delivers creamy goodness at great value. Just pass by any local store near you. There's a Cowbell for you. Cowbell, your creamy goodness. Enterprise is calling. If you're a customer, we're happy to have you as always. If not, then you are missing out on the Enterprise Advantage Points, the loyalty program that rewards you for staying covered the smart way. With Enterprise Advantage Points, customers can rack up points, score awesome rewards just by making purchases, renewing policies, and more, all through our self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. Log into your account, access Advantage Points, and start earning points for rewards like airtime, Momo, and more. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Join the Enterprise family now. Purchase a policy today. Enjoy this exclusive offer because nothing you do should be pointless. Enterprise, your advantage.
All right, so the big discussion this morning is on the economy. The Bank of Ghana has released data to suggest that the government is well within its target rates for everything. Inflation is below the single digits, below 11%. The plan was even 11 point something. We have a primary balance, which is a surplus, well on target to reach a 1.5 surplus. Government expenditure is well below target. We plan to spend about 153 billion cedis. We spend 131, so 20 billion below target. Expenditure payments, we plan to spend 8.4, we spend 4.1. We are well within target. The only place we've spent what we planned was expenditure to on compensation, 44.9 billion. I think we spent that amount. Everything else, whether it's interest payments, capital expenditure, we've spent below target. Ordinarily, this should be great news. IMF has endorsed this. Richard Sky is complaining, and he's trying to make a case. I didn't let him finish making his case. So let me make him finish his case. Then I'll hear from a few. I'll speak to somebody who are also respecting the space
Bernard,
to deal with this matter.
Thank you so much. You see, the point that I'm making is that we are headed for serious problems for the poor, serious problems for private sector business owners if we do not reverse course. If the government projected that it was going to make a certain level of expenditure, why would they not do at least 70 or 80% of that? Why are they doing 50%? Bernard, you and I were sitting here last week when a number of people sent in messages about critical, social sector policies and programs that are having to stall because the government is refusing to pay. What it means is that the poorest of the poor, who sometimes depend on these services in order to survive, these people are headed for early graves if the government doesn't reverse course. The poorest of the poor, who depend on these handouts, in some cases, just to survive, they're headed for early graves. Why should we allow that? Why should it be that the government wants to make the numbers good at the expense of critical lives that keep this country going? The point I'm making is, yes, we all agree that the MPP administration messed up the economy. That was why we headed to the World Bank and the IMF. And they have negotiated certain things with us. That's how come we are seeking to restore the life of this economy. But austerities should not be so severe as to cripple businesses, so that businesses will no longer be in a position to hire more people, even pay existing ones, because government decided that, okay, let's freeze spending in a particular area so as to make the numbers look good.
Pascal, if you look at the numbers critically, it's only 20 billion less. Of course, I can't say 20.
That's a lot of money,
Bernard. But think about it. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is from non-paid interests.
Yes.
Okay, so when government goes to borrow from the treasury bill market, if the interest rates are high, it may be projected maybe 30-25% interest. But because the currency has been stabilized and inflation has come down, the rates that are going on the interest, the T-bills, are much lower. So government is spending less to pay some of those. Okay, number two, if government owed domestic people in foreign currency, because the currency appreciated, it is paying less. So maybe let's assume somebody did a road project cost $1 million. And at the time they did the contract, the price was 15 to 1. And the time it came to 12, the government will get a 3 cedi per dollar gain. So that's also less. So what I think we should do is, let's disaggregate the 20 billion less expenditure into savings for interest, and then look at the capex below, because capex they are planned to spend a certain amount. I don't remember, but they paid 63% less for capex, and then they paid, I think, 50% less for arrears. So when we disaggregate the 20 billion less expenditure and look at the core areas, then we can begin to trace whether your point around how it's affecting informal sector is true. For now, I can't say this because, for example, if you pay government workers,
arrears,
government workers also spend. Government workers also build houses.
Oh, I mean,
so you cannot. What I'm saying is that if we don't, maybe we can actually do that work now whilst we are here.
Yeah, look at the numbers. You mentioned the numbers earlier.
I can actually do it. But I don't think it's. I think you are jumping too quickly.
Not at all, Bernard. I've looked at the numbers closely, and I am saying that majority of the people of this country who make Ghana function are in the informal sector. At least 70%, if the numbers are to be believed.
But how do you know that they don't benefit from government salaries being paid? If you pay a government worker, he also buys food from the informal sector.
No. So
it
had some effect,
effect,
but it doesn't have the big effect that you expect if contractors are properly paid. If they are not being they are not being asked to shave off some of their
arrears. That's what I'm saying. Let's look at the numbers again. The arrears that they wanted to pay was 8 billion, and they've paid 4
billion. That's half.
But they've paid government workers 45 billion.
But I'm saying that government workers, they're about 30 or something percent. The majority of
government workers more than contractors.
No. You see, you're mixing the point. The point.
So arrears was 8.1 billion, and they paid 4.8. So yeah, even a bit more than half.
Yes.
Capex, which they had planned.
Capital investment.
Capital expenditure.
Yes, but yes, that was basically investment.
It fell to 10 billion
from
22 billion.
Exactly.
So there's a 12 billion shortfall in capex, and a 3.5 billion shortfall in in arrears.
Let's stay with those two.
So that's about 12 plus 3, about 15 or 16. 15. Let's say 15 billion.
Bernard, forgive me. Let's stay with just those two. When you do capital investment or expenditure, right? Majority of the people who provide services for government or who build the roads, who build the schools, are in the informal sector. Do you agree? Or the private sector. Do you agree?
I do.
Now, when you restrain investment in that space, what you are doing is that people in those spaces who provide the services, who sell their things to the contractors, who take their services to government from those sectors, they are stifled. In other words, either they will not be able to pay the people they have currently hired, or they will not be able to recruit a lot more people, or they will not be able to pay for services that they have rendered to others. 20 billion. Is it in dollars or in Citi?
So Citi. So it's 12 billion less expenditure on capital, and about 3.5 billion. Let me actually do this. And about 3.5 billion in unpaid arrears.
Exactly. So what it does is that it has a cascading effect. All other people who depend on these people in order to survive or get their companies working, they struggle. What it also means is that families that depend.
Actually, it's 5.6 billion less payment of arrears. So they had budgeted 8. No, sorry, forgive me. Keep going. I'll get it.
You understand? So what it means is that those families, especially the poorest of the poor, tractor drivers.
3.3, yes.
Okay. Tractor drivers, people who do earth-moving equipment on construction sites, people who are bricklayers, people who are carpenters, people who are painters, who go to paint school classrooms that have been built. All of those people will be decimated because
so fair, but let's differentiate between people who have worked and not been paid and
new investment,
new projects which we say we will do but we've not done. Okay, I'm saying that when you look at the numbers, the people who were to have been paid, and arrears cover different things, is 8.4 and they paid 4.8, so only 3.3 billion.
That's a lot of money, Bernard.
Which is roughly the same amount IMF is giving us. Wait, is it roughly the same amount IMF is giving us for the next quarter, for the next tranche? IMF is giving us about $385 million. When you multiply that by 12, it's around the same figure.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I think the big point is about your 12 billion in unspent capex. Now, what we need to know is what type of capex is it? Is it an oil project? Is it like a road project? Is it because capital expenditure has different types? So I feel like we need to do a bit more. I do agree with you that if you don't spend on capital expenditure, because the pass-on effect, because when you are building anything, there are so many service providers in pharmacies that will benefit. I do agree. But I also feel like when you've paid 45 billion in salaries to, I don't know, whether it's 600,000 workers, they spend the money to do other things. They buy school, they pay school fees, they buy cars. So I feel like it's maybe the economic, you see, what I would say is that you are sacrificing future economic growth if you don't spend on capex, because if you pay 45 billion cedis to people to go and chop, it's not growth inducing. But if you spend that amount building new roads and bridges and dams and power plants, it's growth. So what the government is actually doing is that they may be forfeiting future economic growth based on the stabilization now. That's what I would say. But the argument that people don't have money, I'm not really sure the numbers attest to that, because we've just done the calculation. All right. The only arrears they haven't paid, according to and this, by the way, this is the first 9 months.
But it is not the only arrears. What it means is that those people affected by the non-payment, first of all, I've told you
it's
that
just 3.3 billion.
It is a lot of money. It's not small money. You are talking as though that's about half of the commitments that they had made to the people of Ghana.
Don't forget that the Deputy Finance Minister told you last week that they have 25,000 nurses who since 2019 have not been employed, and they need 6 billion cedis to pay them.
Again, they have sector.
They have 20,000 teachers who have been trained but not been employed. Another 6 billion. So 12 billion cedis needed to employ just about 45,000 people. Employment is also a key part of economic growth. When people don't have work to do, they don't have money to spend. Business don't do well. So what I'm saying is that let's not look at. Spending money on people, on employing people and paying them salaries is, in fact, that's the object of economic activity.
Bernard, you see, the better view is spending money that recalibrates the efforts of private sector companies, small scale businesses, the ones like Tekura, the ones like the Horseman Shoes, so that they can expand capacity, absorb a lot more new graduates who are coming out of the universities, so that they can export, earn a lot more forex exchange for the economy, so that those workers can be. That is how you build economy in a sustainable way.
No, but Sky, if you are inheriting an economy that has lost all economic credibility, inflation is very high, you are in debt up to your ears, you can't pay people on the market you borrowed from. If you don't do what they are doing to bring the economy back to a place where people can believe in you, no matter how much you pay people, because inflation will damage. So the stability and let's talk to Joe Jackson.
They have done 80% instead of 50%. That's the point I'm making.
Now you are negotiating.
It's not about
Jackson. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. He's the chief servant at Delex. Mr. Sky is taking issue with Uncle Atu this morning. He says that he understands that you must stabilize an economy, but not at the expense of our stomachs. That the suffering is too much.
Good morning, Bernard. Good morning to all your listeners. It's a pleasure to be talking to you this morning. You know, I do understand where it's coming from, and it is natural that when we start to see signs of recovery, we start to get impatient, and we start to think, "Oh, I'm still suffering." The truth of the matter is that this economy, for lack of a better word, was in a coma. It was in intensive care. It's been brought out to the world. It is looking much healthier. We are recovering, but we are not out of the woods yet. And it is like the moment you are broke, so broke, you are in danger of going to debtor's jail, and then all of a sudden things start to pick up and people want you to start spending again. That can't be right. We have not consolidated the gains we made yet. And so in this instant, fiscal prudence means not spending and acting hard, not spending and having the public lash out against you, not spending and having everybody complaining. But I have to agree with the finance minister and say that instead of being hard on him, we should appreciate the pressures that he's under and appreciate the fact that he's able to stand up against those pressures and still not spend. For me, the issue is clear. The dangers are clear. Inflation could rear its head again. And when we say inflation, it's the price increases all. And part of the problem is that when we say inflation is down to single digits, everybody thinks that doesn't mean that the prices have dropped. All it means is that it is not increasing as fast as it was in previous times. So my first reaction to this is, guys, chill out. Guys, have some patience. Guys, we are not out of the woods yet. Bernard, over to you.
Great. So I think that the problem, though, with Mr. Atufosin's approach is twofold. Sacrificing capital expenditure can undermine your economic growth. And I think we've said this many times that if you want to spend money that will keep an economy going, you are better off spending it on capital expenditure than on consumption. Of course, politically, it's easier to spend on consumption because roads don't shout as much as unpaid workers. But if you spend 45 billion cedis on salaries of government workers, a lot of who people consider are not even that productive, and then you spend 63% less on capex than you planned, right? You had planned a 22 billion on capex, and you spent only 10 billion. So you have a 12 billion CD capex shortfall. That is very high. You are not building bridges, you are not building roads, you are not building power plants. All those things are things that have the potential multiplier higher than spending on salaries. So is he not undermining his own economic agenda with this very austere approach? I think that's where the concern is for me.
Okay. Now, here, then you're very right. The best thing to do is to spend on capital expenditure. But what really happens is this. The expenditure on salaries has been locked in. And we can't just go out and kick people out of jobs. The question to ask is that, are we spending more because we are recruiting more? Or are we spending on salaries because we are recruiting more? Or we are spending on salaries because those people are there already and we have to pay them? I just think we are not spending, period, because we've got to get inflation under control before we start spending. Unfortunately, there are some fixed things that we can't postpone. And what we can't postpone is salaries. You can't get to the 30th of the month and not pay someone. And you can't sack someone unless you have a really valid reason for sacking the person. So in truth, for a government, it's almost like salaries are like fixed expenditure. You can't get out of it. So what he's doing, I suspect, is that he's trying to postpone what he can, and until he has until there's a bigger handle on the economy, until the revival or the reset or the recovery is in a better position, and we can say that the gains are consolidated. I suspect that's why we are spending more on salaries than anything else. Salaries are fixed. Bernard, back to you.
Let's talk about arrears payment. Last week I spoke to the deputy finance minister, and he said generally they inherited a big chunk of money in terms of arrears that they were supposed to pay, and he claimed that they had done some audit and that cabinet had a report and we had saved 13 billion on arrears payment. He didn't actually show me the numbers, but that's what he said. I'll take that. But from the BOG report that I'm referring to for this program, arrears payment projection was about 8.4 billion or so. And they paid 8.1 billion, and they've paid 4.8. So there's a 3.3 billion CD shortfall in arrears payment as far as the first 9 months of the year is concerned. I suspect a lot of those arrears would do with contractors. I suspect. What kind of trade-off is that to decide that you will not pay all the arrears that you have sort of inherited, and these are contractors who, as I say, are probably the same guys who are going to help you in your big push and the rest of it. Again, is that not self-sabotaging? What are your thoughts on particularly the contractor arrears? Because I think that's where, you remember the road minister, when he came on the show, he complained about the government initiating a lot of projects without making monies available for it. So he was a bit concerned about that. So the arrears payment issue, what are your thoughts?
Bernard, here's first of all my thoughts. If we pay these contractors in full, as much as they want, as quickly as they want, the resulting inflation will bring this economy crashing down again. It will just be pumping in money, and that money will go chasing the few goods we have. So paying these contractors arrears that have been accumulated over the years is not something we should do. And when I say it's not something we should do, I mean, if we should pay them at all, we should pay them gradually over time so that the drip feed of payments won't upset that gentle and precarious balance that the economy is in now. Are the expectations high? Yes, they are. Are the contractors' demands legitimate? Yes, they are. But should they be paid in full and as rapidly as they want? Definitely no. In fact, some of us believe that what the government should do is to negotiate a haircut with all contractors and say, up to this time, you are getting zero payments. Now I can pay you, but I want you to take a haircut or some in long-term bonds so that you can go and trade it for cash in the economy without upsetting that trend, good trend we've got, where price increases are coming down, where rates are coming down, and where the exchange rate is fairly stable. If you pump that amount of money in, you're going to see the exchange rate go skyrocket. You're going to see inflation the genie will jump out of the bottle again. You're going to see that it would upset so many things. So I think, to be fair, let's create a bond for them. Let's spread the payment over 5 years. Let's create a secondary market so that if you need cash today, go and trade it. And let's add a little haircut.
All right. That's a controversial point. Let me end with revenue. So, so far I've been discussing the expenditure side and this is, by the way, for end July. So we haven't added August and September, and we're in October now. The revenue actually also didn't do too well because from the document, total revenue and grants as of July 2025 was 116.2 billion, less than the target of 122.9. If you do the calculation, that's around 6.7 billion cedis less than projected. All right. Now, the expenditure we are discussing, expenditure was 131 billion compared to a target of 152 billion. So you can say we have a revenue shortfall of 6 billion but an expenditure underperformance, for use of a better expression, of over 20 billion. So first, we just had a discussion on revenue, expenditure. Now we are bringing revenue. So fine, your revenue didn't meet your revenue targets, but a 6.7 billion revenue deficit is a 21 billion expenditure underutilization, for want of a better word, not disproportionate. Do you understand my point? You didn't get 6.7 billion, or you got 6.7 billion less than you wanted to get, and yet you are spending 21 billion less than you wanted to spend. It's a bit high-handed, is it not?
It's not. First of all, we didn't get some of the expenditure we wanted because, you see, there's a knock-on effect. By our very act of fiscal consolidation also meant that some of the revenues we'll be expecting will not come. That's number one. Number two, how can we say it's fiscal consolidation if every single revenue shortfall is matched by an expenditure shortfall? The difficulty and the hard part is making sure that you still suppress expenditure even far more than your depressed revenue. So, yes, we had more than 2.5 times the suppression in expenditure. But listen, again, don't forget our recovery is precarious.
Well, we will leave it here and let the chiefs forward they may. Thank you, Joe Jackson, for your time. Joe Jackson is the chief executive of Dalex Finance. Let's put everything in perspective. So we are reading from the Monetary Policy Report, September 2025. Yeah. Revenue and grants. Total revenue and grants of July 2025 was 116.2 billion, which is about 8% of GDP, less than a target of 122.9 billion. So the calculation is about 6.7 billion less in revenue, representing a shortfall of 5.5% of the target, but registering a year-on-year growth of 22.9%. The revenue shortfalls were largely broad-based, reflecting in all the key tax lines, right? Total revenue and grants for the period ending July witnessed improved buoyancy in performance and missed targets. Non-oil tax revenue was below target by 0.2%. Pay-as-you-earn was below target by 3.5% due to reduced mining sector payments stemming from the city's appreciation. Corporate tax was above target by 2.8%, mainly from the mining and financial sectors. The domestic components of VAT, Get Fund, Levy, and NHL exceeded their targets by 2.2%, 14%, and 14.8%. So Get Fund and NHL are actually doing very well, driven by a higher consumption, following a decline in prices. On the other hand, the import component fell short of target by 3.8%, 4.6%, and 5.2% respectively, due to the city's appreciation. So the revenue performance is not based on the GRA not working hard. It's mostly the CD, right? So you notice that it's the CD affecting the pay as you earn for mining sector, and then the CD also affecting the what do you call it, the foreign or the port component of these taxes, the import component of these taxes, the VAT, the Get Fund, and NHIL. Communication service tax exceeded this target by almost 66%, mainly driven by higher gross revenues and increased collections from prepaid credit to a key industry player. Crude oil receipts were below target by about 4.4 billion, largely due to delay in payment of corporate income tax from oil and the appreciation of the Ghana cedi. So you notice that the appreciation of the Ghana cedi has revenue effects. So even though it has savings effects in your payment of your external debt and even some of your domestic debt, it also has revenue effects. All right. So when you look at the revenue side, you can say largely that it's not because Ghanaians are not paying tax. Generally, it's because of the currency's effect on import taxes and on pay-as-you-earn for mining companies. So generally, people are paying their tax. So the revenue shortfall of 6.7 billion or 5.5% is not really because people are hoarding their monies. Now let's do the expenditure. Government spending was contained within their target for the period ending July 2025. Total expenditure for the review period was 131 billion. I've read this already, compared to a target of 152 billion. The R10 was 14.1% below target but recorded a year-on-year growth of 9.3%. All the expenditure lines were below their respective targets except compensation of employees. Interest payments amounted to 28.9 billion, 19.5% short of the target, mainly reflecting the impact of declining domestic interest rates and appreciation of the cedi. Compensation of employees was 44.9 billion compared to a target of 44.7. So they actually paid workers 200 million. No, yeah, about 20 billion more. 20 million more, I think. 44.9 or 44.7. Capex amounted to 10 billion, below the target of 22.4. That's a big problem. 63% shortfall. Domestic capex amounted to 6.6 compared to a target of 12.6. The outturn largely represents transfers made under the big push. Foreign finance capex amounted to 3.4 compared to a target of 9.8 billion. Arrears clearance amounted to 4.8 billion against a target of 8.1, with a zero payable build-up for the period, signaling strong commitment control. So let's read some comments. Joe Jackson thinks the Ministry of Finance is doing the right thing. The High Street Journal believes the problem is a communication problem. I want you to do something for me. There is an article written by Larry Dogbe in early July where people were criticizing the finance minister for this exact same thing. And he sort of put some issue in perspective. And then Katz International have sent a message in support of the finance minister's view.
So that message here,
yes,
Katz International says, Bernard and team, the High Street Journal's analysis on Ghana's belt tightening fatigue is both timely and insightful. What the economy is currently undergoing is short-term pain for long-term gain. The government's resolve to pursue fiscal discipline and prudent spending has started to yield visible benefits like stabilizing inflation, restoring investor confidence, and easing exchange rate pressures. These are signs that the difficult path of consolidation is producing results. Yet, fiscal discipline in Ghana has often proven cyclical. Since 2001, nearly every administration has begun with strong commitments to prudence, only to relax controls as election pressures mount. The tyranny of the electoral cycle has consistently reversed hard-won microeconomic stability, leaving the economy vulnerable to external and domestic shocks. Fiscal consolidation should not come at the expense of growth. Prolonged austerity, if unbalanced, can stifle productive sectors, discourage investment, and erode public support. The government must therefore conduct periodic impact assessments to gauge how spending restraint affects key areas such as agriculture, manufacturing, and job creation, ensuring that macro stability does not undermine the real economy. Apia Kusiadumako, West Africa Regional Director, Katz International.
Let me read another one from somebody who works in a government agency. Good morning, Bernard. I completely disagree with Sky. I took over an agency of the Ministry of Health and met a bill of 4 million cedis we paid to contractors. I decided to engage the contractors to understand the figures and why they were not paid since last year, or why they had not been paid since last year. I was shocked how much rot and completely unacceptable how we arrived at the figures and what type of services they provided to the council. I spoke to a couple of my colleagues at a meeting last week at home. It turns out that they have similar issues at the various agencies. I have therefore decided not to pay those contractors and set up an audit committee for investigation. He says, Sky, we should not just listen to clients. So we must take time to understand how come most of them are owed huge amounts. This is a man who I will not mention. So, and I feel like a lot of people sort of agree with the minister. Godfrey, if you can read some
let me get to some of the comments.
I thought that I'll bring the minister's position first.
Yes,
from
please do.
Larry's article.
Larry's article, yes.
That says it's headlined Minister of Finance responds to money hoarding criticisms. And the story reads, the Minister for Finance, Dr. Cassiel Atoforsen, has sought to quell mounting criticism over the government's fiscal management by outlining extensive payments made to contractors, suppliers, and key actors of the economy in the first half of 2025. Addressing Parliament during the presentation of the 2025 mid-year budget review on July 24th, Dr. Forsen rejected suggestions that the government was hoarding funds or failing to disburse critical payments. He insisted that contrary to the perception of financial inaction, the government was spending and spending at the right places. Right Honourable Speaker, contrary to the perception that we are not spending, we are indeed spending and spending at the right places. We are making the right investments, the Minister declared. His remarks came amid growing discontent from within both the opposition New Patriotic Party and the ruling National Democratic Congress, including also from some ministers of state, government agencies and departments over what they described as delays in the release of funds and stagnation in project execution. However, in a detailed account aimed at silencing his critics, according to the story, Dr. Forson outlined payments totaling 114.5 billion Ghana cedis made from the Consolidated Fund between January and June 2025. These included $700 million in Eurobond obligations, 10 billion Ghana cedis to domestic bondholders, 2.9 billion Ghana cedis to District Assembly's Common Fund, 2.7 billion Ghana cedis to SNIT, 9.1 billion Ghana cedis to the energy sector to ensure a stable power supply, and 5 billion Ghana cedis in arrears. Also, there's 4.6 billion Ghana cedis to the Ghana Education Trust Fund, 1 billion Ghana cedis to support the free senior high school program, 4.6 billion Ghana cedis to the National Health Insurance Scheme, 1.4 billion Ghana cedis to NHIS claims, 252 million Ghana cedis for vaccines and essential medicines, 72.8 million Ghana cedis as capitation grants, 477 million Ghana cedis to beneficiaries of the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty program, that's LEAP. Also, 895 million Ghana cedis to the school feeding program, 122.8 million Ghana cedis for BEC registration, 300 million Ghana cedis to support the no-fee stress policy, 191.7 million Ghana cedis in teacher trainee allowances, 462.6 million Ghana cedis in nursing trainee allowances, 25 million Ghana cedis in allowances to assembly members.
So, by the way, all these are first half of the year.
Yes.
So I feel like the rebuttal is more important than the details, because the
Okay, so
details
then-
of what we read in the BOG document for September ending is more current than what you're reading. So,
Yes, so
but
let
the
me
argument
jump-
the minister is making is what I want you to tell me. What is
Yeah,
he
so
saying?
let me jump to that, to the point about his argument.
I think he
Well,
said
yeah,
he's
the
making
minister
reference to
said
critical
that
sectors,
he
yeah.
recognizes that businesses made sacrifices during the turbulent times, but they were not the only ones who made the sacrifices. Ghanaians also did. Hence his call for price reductions. And he's quoted as saying it is time for prices to come to reflect the realities on
So
the
this
ground.
was, don't forget the context of this. This was parliament response. This around
Yeah.
June. Okay. So I feel like the main argument, this is not necessarily adding to this, but it's explaining what he said in June when this criticism initially started. And it's continuing. I just want to read a couple of points who agree with Sky and disagree with me. Bernard, 2 of the grantees have fired their 25 staff recruited for the new projects funded by the grant. I don't know how many more are doing this. The public sector persons whose salaries have been paid depend on the taxes gained from the private sector people. Let's not cut our nose to spite our face. Put your money where your mouth is. They are still buying new Toyotas. The old guys went with their old ones. They also need new cars. So we should take our time. You see where it's going? That if you are paying government workers, they are buying their new vehicles, and the private sector is being starved, or contractors or whoever are being starved, eventually to come back and hit you, which is the point he's making. If you can read a few comments for us on this very delicate,
Let me get it for you.
delicate balance between stabilization and releasing the money.
All right, so Eduquena says, good morning, Bernard. As a student of economics, I once again find myself disagreeing fundamentally with the assertions that Mr. Sky is making. All the economic indicators are pointing to a prudent approach to sustainability, especially given where we're coming from. I suggest he holds his fire and see the consequences of this policy trajectory. Please ask Sky what must be given. Please ask Sky what must give to get long-term economic stability. Because for every success, there should be something given in order to where one has to be. We cannot continue with the same old strategy and expect to become a self-reliant country. Kobe from Medina.
Can I just
let me just finish the message. Bernard is talking book economics, while Sky is talking practical economics. And so Bernard does business with the government and is not paid for at least 2 years. won't understand. He won't understand what Sky is saying. Can Bernard survive without salary for 2 years? Sky is just speaking good English, but it's not economics from the Community 25. Please explain John 12:24 to Sky for me. Gain in abundance, you must first die.
John 12:24. Except a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it abides alone. But if it dies, it will bear much fruit.
Good morning, CBS.
That's what he really.
I think I understand Richard Sky. He's only saying that even though the finance minister is doing well with the economy, he should be mindful of the sound management policy of creating a balance between the micro aspects of the economy and the macro aspects of it. It should not be lopsided. This is Adolf from New Bowie.
All right, let me see if I can call somebody else, but let me just wrap up with something quickly. Then I'll take your view. By the way, does the World Cup has economic benefits for the country, or is economic? Will the World Cup boost the economy?
Oh, of course.
How does it boost the economy?
I mean, in terms of merchandising, in terms of remunerations, like a lot of things do happen during a World Cup. So yeah, it's great for the economy.
Sami Bartels wrote an article where he spoke about
broadcast rights.
Yes, and he feels like the big issue should be how the Ghanaian media get access to the games, so it can also help boost the local media ecosystem.
I've been trying to. I've used some of the time you've given me anytime these matters come up to try and explain to people that, you see, it's very easy to say, oh, GTV didn't show the game. Broadcast rights for this World Cup series, as won by SuperSport, was $750,000. Right? You run a TV station. Now, that
$750,000
minus cost of production.
Allah.
Minus.
So they produce it themselves. Just the rights for $750,000.
Yeah, so like yesterday's game.
And then we had the millions of dollars.
Yesterday's game was produced by GBC for the rights holder.
Okay.
So they were paid. The rights holder paid GBC yesterday to produce the game for them, but they can't show the game.
$750,000 just for the rights.
Yes.
For this the qualifier.
Production hasn't come in.
Allah.
Your cost and everything. So the question then becomes, how does GTV make that money back? How many adverts would they have to sell, and at what price
to get that amount
to
money
make
to
that money
even break
back?
even? Not to talk of make profit.
TV licensing is not the best, but then people say GTV is responsible for the fact that people don't pay TV licensing because their programming is but it's the headache of most public broadcasters. There are very few public broadcasters across the world that are doing well. I was in South Africa not too long. SABC has been struggling. It's been on its knees, and it's as rich a state broadcaster as you will find on this continent. Yeah, so the matter of broadcast rights is a delicate one, and you're right. What the government needs to figure out is how it might end up supporting, because if it doesn't, you recall the last World Cup, last minute the government had to step in, otherwise we're not going to be able to watch it. The truth of the matter also is this: when it comes to broadcast rights, the ones who hold the rights, CAF, FIFA, UEFA, they don't say that, oh, Ghana is a poor country, so
they've priced their product.
They've priced their product, which is why, and if you've realized, since Patrice Motsepe came in, CAF has been doing well financially, but that is because broadcast rights have gone up, and he's plowing that. That is why also club competitions are getting more money.
So he's actually doing a good thing.
He's doing a good job. He's selling the rights at very high prices, and the money is being plowed back into the game. So you realize AFCON prize money has gone up, women's AFCON prize money has gone up, African Champions League prize money has gone up. All those things come from the sale of the rights. But it has also become very inconvenient for the local viewer, who will then have to perhaps spend money to a multinational to be able to view a game that is being played in his or her own country. You know, that is the difficulty.
So the local media may have to think of syndication and find a way of raising the money to supplement whatever government may pay. So let's assume there are a few games available for local viewing. Yeah. If the local broadcast, the state broadcaster may not have the money. I think there was a particular tournament where they did a syndication of about 10 media
houses, yes.
And we all used our airtime and some resources to contribute. So
and even with that one, some media houses owe.
Yes, people still owe. But at least it was a model that worked.
Yes.
Right? So that because I think this World Cup, the interest is high.
Yes.
48 matches means a lot of games.
Yes.
If we are able to get our act together quickly, and I think now the communication minister is talking to the industry.
Yeah, they need to do it rather quickly, like you said.
Yes.
Perhaps find some money and put it down, and then try and say that, look, we are going to spend maybe $500,000 across the board to,
particularly when
get a
DSTV is also going through a transition of ownership, and they are being forced to adjust their prices locally.
Yeah.
We don't know what the World Cup rights will mean.
Exactly.
But I think that we need to celebrate the fact of the qualification.
Oh, yes.
Early. Coming against the back and we couldn't qualify for an AFCON.
Yes.
I think Otuado has done really well to get the team to qualify almost seamlessly. Because look, many countries are struggling. And I don't think our group was that easy. A lot of people feel like the group was easy, but it wasn't. Because now the way football is played, look, yesterday Niger beat Zambia 1-0 in Lusaka.
What a lot of people have not realized is that I'm going of the 4 second place qualifiers, like the 4 that will make it, if you look at the table, Niger is number 3.
And Niger beat us to qualify for AFCON. Sudan also beat us to qualify for AFCON.
Niger is number 3.
So a lot of times, I think Ghanaians also look at teams and say, "Now we're winning ball." Comoros, we struggled to beat them 1-0. Madagascar was in pole position until only yesterday. So the Nigeria is hot. Of course, Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire are likely to qualify. But if you look at the qualification, a lot of teams that are very good, DR Congo, they are not there. South Africa, they are struggling.
Yeah.
So Otuado has done a pretty good job, and we need to really celebrate him for this.
If you go through the list at the moment for the current ranking of second place teams, first is Gabon, Burkina Faso, second, Niger is third, Cameroon.
Oh, great Cameroon.
Then then you have DR Congo, Madagascar, Uganda, South Africa, then Namibia.
And most of these countries have been going to the AFCON.
Yes,
and Namibia, they can't get to the World Cup.
I think the African qualifiers is a bit underrated, but it is very difficult.
Very tough.
A lot of people will speak to just the general quality of the European game, and just how it looks. But I think I watch an Andorra, I watch a Liechtenstein or a Luxembourg. I watch Faroe Islands.
I watched Holland play through Finland, and I said, honestly, there are a lot of decent African teams that will finish Finland.
Not necessarily finish Finland, but the games are more evenly balanced. The weight
in Africa than in Europe.
The quality gap between a Holland and a Malta
is too high.
It's very high. The quality gap
between a Holland and a Mali will not be that high.
And I'm saying in Africa, the quality gap between a Ghana and a Comoros
is very close.
It's now quite close. Between Senegal and Sudan,
I agree with you.
It's quite
so
close.
The African teams are tougher to play against.
At the moment, the qualification process here is pretty difficult, But congratulations to the Black Stars of Ghana. They've done the job. That was what was supposed to happen. They've done the job.
So there's a message here from Kojo Addison. He says, congratulations to the Black Stars on their qualification. I was privileged to attend all the home qualifiers, and as always, the atmosphere in the stadium was absolutely electric. However, I must raise a concern that has persisted match after match. This is something Godfred spoke about at length the other time. Despite purchasing a VIP or VVIP tickets, sometimes costing as much as 1,000 Ghana cedis, patrons are still required to arrive 2 or 3 hours before kickoff just to secure a seat. At yesterday's game against Comoros, for instance, I arrived at the VVIP gate at 5:25 p.m. only to be told that the area was full and there were no seats left. This led to unnecessary arguments and frustration among paying supporters, many of whom had no choice but to stand or, in my case, sit on the concrete walkway despite holding valid VVIP tickets.
Wow.
A simple solution could be to assign seat numbers on VIP and VVIP tickets. This would ensure order, accountability, and a more dignified experience for fans who pay premium prices to support the team. We can and should do better to match the world-class spirit of our football with equally world-class organization.
Thank you.
So let me just also run through the teams that have qualified. So Egypt have qualified. Let me see. Morocco have qualified. Ghana have qualified, and Cape Verde should have qualified last week, but here the last round. But here we are. I think Cape Verde qualifies today
if they win.
But they're playing at home against Eswatini.
Who are bottom of the group.
Logically, that should see them through. Cameroon is also playing. Cameroon is the second in that group. Libya also have a mathematical chance. That is, if Cameroon lose and Libya win in Mauritius. Tunisia have qualified. let me also see.
What's happening between Senegal and
Yes,
DR
I'm
Congo?
getting there. Qualification is in Senegal's hands. They have a favorable home fixture. They are facing Mauritania on Tuesday, and they will guarantee a place in the finals. The DRC is second in that group, and they are hosting Sudan. And they must win while hoping that Senegal lose for them
qualify.
to take, the first place.
Okay, what
Group
Group C is the big one.
Yes, South Africa, chasing Benin over there. Nigeria are playing Benin as well tomorrow. That game will be chaotic.
So Benin has 17 points. South Africa has 15.
Yes.
Nigeria has 14.
Yes.
So if Benin wins, they qualify. If Benin draws and South Africa wins, it becomes a matter of goal difference and head-to-head.
Yes.
South Africa has to win.
Yes.
Against Rwanda. Now, if Nigeria wants to be in the playoffs, they have to beat Benin, and even that may not guarantee second.
Yes, so for instance, if South Africa win 2-0 and Benin draws 2-2, they and South Africa will have identical records. But head-to-head, South Africa will qualify.
So Benin needs to beat Nigeria.
Benin needs to avoid a loss. This
To
just
Nigeria.
just avoid a loss.
It would be great to see them in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like we had Togo in 2006.
Yeah.
So on the West African coast, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire have gone more regularly. Benin has never been.
Yeah.
I think this is their year. Sorry, Nigeria.
So no, but Nigeria is quite. So let's go through this. So let me see. If South Africa win, Nigeria and Benin are level for second. If South Africa draw or lose, Nigeria and Benin are level for first. If Nigeria win by 1 goal, the two teams are guaranteed to have identical records. So it then goes to head-to-head. If Nigeria wins 1-0, Benin will finish higher. If Nigeria wins 2-1, which was the same score as the first meeting, positions will be decided on red and yellow cards.
Are you kidding
If
me?
Nigeria wins 3-2 or higher scoring, Nigeria finish higher. If Nigeria win by 2 or more goals, they finish higher. Now let me complicate this. Now if Nigeria win 2-1 and their disciplinary record is identical, FIFA will hold a random draw to determine their positions in the table.
Oh no.
Now going into this round, should I make you laugh?
Talk to me.
Benin have 14 yellow cards. Nigeria have 13. They don't have red cards.
Wow. So and this match in Nigeria is where is their main stadium?
Yeah, they are going to Oyo.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, that's their Kumasi. They want to squeeze Benin there.
In the first round, Benin beat Nigeria 2-1.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things because Benin is coached by the former long-time coach of Nigeria, Gernot Raw.
Oh my
So
god. Oh my god.
And it's going to be a very difficult game.
And South Africa is hoping that Nigeria doesn't allow Benin to win.
Yeah, so that they just have to beat them.
Wow. You see how easy Otoado has made it for us.
Look at the calculations.
You are here saying that we shouldn't calculate. We've won. This is Nigeria and Benin. They are calculating. They are using calculator. Nigeria, but they are using calculator.
So exactly my point holds. You know, when people were going after Otu, attacking in left, right, and center.
Otu has done well.
Yeah, that's right. So
it's done well.
See the calculation. I said we should avoid all of that.
He's the first coach to have qualified us twice to the World Cup.
Yes, the last one, he came in at the latter stages. He did 2 games.
Yeah. So do you think he should be our coach?
It is.
Should he be our coach in the World Cup?
It's a hard question.
No, I'm asking him again. Right. I want him to answer.
I think he needs help on the bench.
He needs help on the bench.
He needs help on the bench. Okay. But
I think that he can listen to.
Yes, help that he can listen to, help that he can trust.
But symbolically, it's good to take him as our coach.
I think he's very, of course, because he's done the work.
Yes, you should take him. It will not be right to sack him.
Yeah, he's done the work.
So if you can get him some people to support him, but let him.
But then they'll also tell you that they've already brought the people. So he has Wilfred Schaefer, he has Desmond Ofer.
Schaefer is
maybe they will add more people to the bench, the technical team, for the World Cup. But like I said, because we've qualified, people should get ready. We are going to, and I have a request. Although I am.
What if we are in Mexico?
Calm down.
People say they don't want Mexico.
Before we get there, as even though I'm no longer a member of the sports desk, I'm the senior most member of the
sports fraternity. So what are you saying?
So when you are dishing out the assignment for the World Cup,
I should assign you.
You must do the needful.
Well, would you go if it's Mexico?
I'm going in a way. But the thing is this: my quick tip from our tip from the CBS is those who have ambitions of going to Canada, going to Mexico, whichever one that it will be, you need to start the process quickly.
Early.
As soon as it is announced and you figure out in November where Ghana will be,
start applying. Because pretty likely
there'll be a big queue.
There'll be a long queue. So get it done quickly.
Yeah. I want to go to Mexico.
I want to go to Mexico too. I don't think Ghanaians will mind you.
Some of them will walk to US.
Whichever way.
We'll take a short break. This is the City Breakfast Show. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Who is calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
Champions are made in the grind, in the quiet, in the storms that test their roots. But once a year, the champions gather, not to compete, but to ignite, to refuel, to rise higher. The arena is charged and the heavens move. Now, the wait is over. Happening this October 16th to 19th, when Champions Gather comes off at the KICC Dominion Center off the Spintex Road, Accra. Thursday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Saturday at 10 a.m. Sunday at 8 a.m. The theme, Rooted. Come and experience the dynamic and powerful ministry of Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Reverend Steve Mensah. Got teens and kids? We've got them covered. There will be homework support, PJ Movie Night, and Super Sunday Fun. Free transport from Coca-Cola Roundabout when Champions Gather 2025. Thursday, 16th October to Sunday, 19th October. Be there. Come with your family. Be rooted. Be unstoppable. Be fruitful.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Have you imagined buying a house on an interest-free plan and getting a car for free? Well, Afro Arab Properties, best known for building the most affordable quality homes, has hit another milestone of rewards. Are you looking for your dream home today? Afro Arab Properties will definitely show the way. These homes are in 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom options located at Manet Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashalibotre, Tema Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, Apollonia, and more. Even better, you have a 5-year payment plan without interest.
And the big one, purchase a home from some Afro-Arab Properties projects and get an electric car for free. Yes, an electric car that can go 300 kilometers on a full charge. So don't miss this big offer from Afro-Arab Properties. Just call 055-175-3231 or 0244-109-133. Terms and conditions apply. Afro-Arab Properties. At Afro-Arab, everyone can buy a house.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know, pepper sankofa, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi in Krato Yatum.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
(9:32) on the City Breakfast Show. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twisco. Twisco, enriched with NF4, a combination of energy boosting minerals and vitamins, including B, C, D, iron, and many more. At just 2 cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to a rich, delightful chocolatey taste of Twisco. Empower that dream. Simply mix with water, add milk, and stir and enjoy. So why wait? Head to our nearest store and grab your Twisco 20-gram sachet, 400-gram sachet, or 400-gram tin today. Twisco, power your dream. This advert is FDA approved. And it's the 13th edition of the HR Focus Africa Conference and Awards, happening live Friday, 17 October, Accra International Conference Center, 8:30 a.m. sharp. Join HR practitioners, business leaders from across Africa for a full day of insights, innovation, and networking on the theme Equity, Innovation, and Impact, Reimagining Work and Talent in Africa's Emerging Future. Tickets are Universe members in person 660, virtual 306. Exclusive of 40% discount, and non-members 1,100, virtual 510. There's also a prestigious award ceremony at 1 p.m. the same day, where over 30 outstanding HR teams from organizations across Ghana will be celebrated. Nominate your organization or yourself before 19th October. You may call 0509 620 204. Now here's a question. Have you ever bought shares, bonds, treasury bills, or other securities, and do you have a CSD securities account number? Many people do, but may not even know. If you have invested in shares, bonds, and treasury bills, you own a securities account with CSD through your broker, bank, or custodian. The Central Securities Depository keeps your investment safe and makes sure all trading and ownership transfers in securities in Ghana are done correctly, on time, and transparently. The CSD and the Capital Market Regulator encourage all investors to verify their security account details are accurate and up to date. Please contact your bank, broker, or custodian today to confirm your records. Keeping information current enables us to maintain safe, efficient, and transparent market for everyone. CSD, you invest, we protect. CSD is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
So when you buy anything, it's got to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. They've been around since the year 2000, putting smiles on the faces of people within the space, and they've been rated green by the EPA. Now they have the affordable 32.5 grade hour grade, which means a good deal for everyone. That's great value for your pocket. So deal with Diamond Cement directly if you wish to buy their cement. Locates them across the country. Their factories, however, are in Apulao, Takrady, and Buepe. Please call them on 0244 313 368. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please go for Piva beverages. Piva has Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. Available at a local store near you. Call 0550 032 231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. I know you're looking forward to a British degree at a fraction of the cost, isn't it? And you want a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-world employability. Now, you will enjoy all these and more with a scholarship available to support your academic journey at Lancaster University, Ghana. You'll be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here on our Ghana campus. www.lancaster.edu.gh is where to visit. Admissions at lancaster.edu.gh is the email address where you can shoot us an email. Please call us on 0248 656 274. Lancaster University, Ghana is the only British university campus in West Africa. Is your organization privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, their number, image, location, email, bank account number, etc., etc.? Listen up. You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and be guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect the information you collect about people. So register your company or business, organization, or association. It's simple and online. No need to move from the comfort of your home or office. Just visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register or call 0256 301 533. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal. It's a winning season again, and this time around we are not chasing wins, we are collecting them. The luckiest is back again, bigger and better, with chances to change your life. We'll show you how in two simple ways. Grab your phone, dial *712# and choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself, option 2 to buy for someone else. If you want the system to generate a lucky ticket for you, then go with option 1 again. If you prefer to choose your own ticket number, please choose option 2. Confirm your payment with Momo and you'll be in. Please, if you're an online user, visit the luckiestafrica.com and then register. Tap on community tickets to either pick your own lucky number or let the system choose for you. You can buy for someone else and pay with Momo or your card. This is your golden chance, so hop on and let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
It's 9:39. Hey Ghana, it's the CSIR Food Fair 2025 happening on the 15th to the 17th of October at the CSIR Food Research Institute behind GSA. Join us as we mark World Food Day on the theme Right to Food for a Better Life and a Better Future. Expect a farmers market, thrilling quiz competitions among basic schools, cooking competitions for senior high schools, exciting competitions, etc. It's an innovative 3 days of exhibitions, fun, food, and inspiration. Venue CSIR Food Research Institute behind GSA. Time 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. For more information about the CSIR Food Fair, call 0508 923 691 or 0243 759 744. This food fair is powered by CSIR Food Research Institute and proudly sponsored by GCB Bank, Copia, Kivo Foods, EPP, Indomie, Citi FM, and Channel 1 TV.
I just saw that fire on the mountain top. Nobody walks by, nobody wants stop. If you wanna come, give me heads up. I'm bonfire, but nobody say, see. When I got your so to be a do. Say me got your ooh, got me baby. My try, my try, baby. One time when I gave love a taste, why I go love when it's tasteless? Oh, don't mess with me, want bye me every day. I just saw that fire on the mountain top. Nobody walks by, nobody wants stop. If you wanna come, give me heads up. I'm bonfire, but nobody say, see. When I got your so to be a do. Say me got your ooh, got me baby. My try, baby.
It's 9:42 on the City Breakfast Show, and as Ghana advances its national vision of industrialization, SME growth, youth employment, and export diversification, the business of Ghanaian fashion and year-round capacity building initiative is here to make things better. Now, this summit will unite the entire ecosystem, and my guest will talk about the ecosystem shortly, to drive the sector's formalization, competitiveness, and growth. And it's happening on Thursday. Now, who do I have? Hilary Ando is the founder of Fashion Nexus Ghana and project lead for the business of Ghanaian fashion. Also known as, is it BOGF?
Yes, please.
Welcome, Hilary. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Bernard?
I'm fine. I like Fashion Nexus Ghana. Sounds nice. What organization is that?
Yeah, so it's basically a non-profit organization, really set up as a vehicle to house solutions to challenges in the fashion industry. The idea in Nexus is to connect, right? And we love the fashion space, but we recognize that everyone is working in silos, and for it to actually develop and formalize, you've got to bring together the ecosystem. Like you mentioned, when we talk about ecosystem, we're talking about the fashion designers, the manufacturers who can help you produce on a large scale. We're talking about the textile producers, those who are going to produce the fabric that you use for your design. We're talking about government, the policy, the people who make the policy. We're talking about the financiers, traditional banks, investors, people who have the means to say, you know what, I can invest in a brand and help them develop and grow. We're talking about education, the traditional education, as well as fashion education. How do we make sure that the people that they churn out or the talent is actually fit for purpose as well? And also development partners, right? So you formalize, you develop the sector, you're producing, maybe you're selling in Ghana. Beyond that, if you're beyond the shores of Ghana, we need our development partners to help us penetrate other markets as well. So this is the ecosystem we're talking about.
So what is the business of Ghana fashion? Is it a summit? Is it a conference?
Yes.
What? Give me some details.
So Thursday is the Business of Ghanaian Fashion Summit.
All right.
But it's not a standalone event.
All right.
The summit is supposed to serve as an intelligence gathering summit to help inform our year-round capacity building trainings that we've designed, right?
Wonderful.
So you want to formalize and scale the industry, but you've got to be able to have the right training and equip people, right? What are we talking about? The kind of workshops where we're helping, let's say, with the foundations and systems and structures you've got to have in place to formalize. The kind of training that help you in terms of brand visibility. How do you get access to even being investment ready? Those are the kind of trainings that we have in mind. And we have that because we were informed by a survey we conducted, which we turned into the State of the Ghanaian Fashion Industry report. Based on that report, we've designed a year-round capacity building training program.
All right.
But it will be almost obnoxious of us to sit back 2 years later from this report and say, oh, we know exactly what your training should look like. The reason for the summit is that you bring together the ecosystem, you have your discussions, your roundtables, and then based on that, we fine-tune our year-round capacity building initiative. So this is why we're having the summit on Thursday.
So you mentioned stakeholders.
Yes.
So you're talking the government, obviously,
Yes.
for the policy side.
Right.
And then you said there's also textile producers.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then manufacturers.
Yes.
educators. What about the financiers and the banks? Are they coming?
No, we need, well, pray hard. So we
be
need the financier. We've been engaging. So
Yeah.
so we are talking traditional, financier, the banks. We're
Yeah.
talking all the banks. We're talking maybe private equity firms, venture capitalists. We're talking investors who are looking to invest in other sectors. Ghana talks about diversification of our investments. So we're talking about how about you come and understand what this industry is all about, so that when we're in the room and we're engaging, we have fashion represented. So for instance, we have a lot of initiatives, and I know that GIPC has done in the past, where sometimes you might see maybe a Ghana EU forum or a Ghana China forum. Is fashion represented in that room? Because fashion is an industry that contributes to our economy and should be represented in this room, looked as our non-traditional investment. Yes.
Do you think the nation recognizes the critical role fashion plays and its potential multiplier effect? It seems to me people look at fashion as, fashion, okay, that's fine. When they think of business, they think of manufacturing of big, hard things, and they think about roads and stuff. It seems to me as if fashion doesn't really get the place of mind it ought. Talk to me a bit about the potential for that industry.
Well, I agree with you, and that's why we're doing this now. I feel like with fashion, beyond the creative element of it, we have to recognize that a majority of the populace in this sector are women and youth. Beyond that, they're mainly SMEs, and we know that in most emerging markets or in developing markets, SMEs account for over 60 to 70% of jobs. So if we're talking about youth unemployment and we're talking about our GDP and our economic factors and boosting our exports, fashion is the place to look. You have a great number of people, a great percentage of people who are participating in this industry. So we should take it seriously, laser focus, help them to elevate and to develop.
All right. So who are you expecting at the event on Thursday, number one? Number two, is this still open for registration? How can somebody be part of the Business of Ghana Fashion Summit?
Yes. So we're expecting, like I said, our development partners. So our technical partners for this, we have UNESCO on board, who's the technical partner, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which is important because that is trade for, for the region. We also have the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. You know that it is their overarching industry for the sector. GRA is on board as well because they would help us in terms of when we're formalizing our creative sector.
Exactly.
The banks are on board. I won't mention names. We're not calling out all that, but they will be there. We have some private equity people as well, venture capitalists. They'll be there. Of course, fashion designers, fashion professionals. We're talking stockists. We're talking professionals, people who love the industry. We have University of Ghana Business School being represented by Professor Sheena Lovia Boateng. Joyce Abebi will be present as well. Blue Crest, Rios. So yes, all the enthusiasts will be there. We have textile producers, we have our development partners, they'll be there as well. Yeah.
So they've already registered to participate. What about sponsorship opportunities? If I'm listening right now and I feel like, wow, this is a great initiative and I want to be part of it, are there opportunities for sponsors to get in touch?
Absolutely. We could use all the means. So yes, absolutely.
I see. So is there a number to call? Is there an email to send?
Yes.
We can announce this?
So one, you can for sponsorship, you can call 054 168 5948.
Okay.
And you can also go on our Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, Fashion Nexus Ghana. You click a link in our bio, you can register and pay to participate as well.
Fashion Nexus Ghana.
Yes, please.
So the number is 054 168 5948.
Yes, please.
To be part of this, it's a one-day summit.
Yes, please.
Happening on Thursday.
Yes, please.
And it brings the whole fashion ecosystem.
Yes.
And I think the ecosystem is the designers, the textile producers, the manufacturers, policymakers, educators, financiers, and investors to drive the sector's formalization.
And one more thing, we also have an installation. So we're showing the best of our best. We have 16 designers showcasing as well. So we'll have, it's a full day thing. We're very excited. You come early in the morning. We've asked everyone show up at 8 o'clock. Let's start early. Let's have a tea. Let's have dialogue, our panels. We take a break, a coffee break. You take a look at the installation being showcased. We have another session. We have lunch together. We come back. We have our policy and dialogues. It's a full-on thing. Yes.
And you're going to submit recommendations to the ministry and also use some of that in your capacity building for the sector, because it looks like there are a lot of creative people, but the formalization is a challenge. Access to finance is a big challenge as well. So maybe you are going to be the lead institution in helping address some of those issues. No, I think this is great.
Thank
this
you.
Fashion Nexus Ghana
with
the great Hilary S. Ando. She's the founder for the Fashion Nexus Ghana and project lead for the Business of Ghanaian Fashion Summit, which is happening on Thursday. You may call 054-168-5948 to be part of this fantastic initiative, which is bringing some direction and leadership to Ghana's fashion sector. Hilary, good to see you again.
Thank you so much, Bernard. Very kind of you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
Hot jobs.
Tired of HR headaches? Simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate trainings. Plus, we offer staff basing and 100% staff support to boost productivity. Don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. Call us on 030-3980-362. WhatsApp us on 020-433-6004 or email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Visit our website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR, think Hot Jobs.
Hot jobs.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
You don't say Premier League no get size, the passion, the goals, hey, it a be rough. And DSTV is giving premium customers the chance to watch a Premier League game live. All you need to do is to keep your DSTV premium subscription active from now till 15th December. Dial *759# and stand the chance to watch your favorite star play before your very eyes. This promo is brought to you by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T&Cs apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Four minutes to 10 on the City Breakfast Show. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana. For the Savannah, North and Northeast, Upper East and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made in Ghana products and thriving homegrown business. It's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation and authenticity. It's brought to you by Channel 1 and Television, and Citi FM is the biggest trade fair showcasing Ghana's SMEs and research bodies and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's on the 25th and the 26th of October at the Tamale Sports Stadium, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Call 0205-973-973. Book your place now. Powered by Channel 1 TV, sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. All right, so where do we conclude today? You haven't said anything about this debate between myself and Sky on austerity. Okay, let's let me put a continuum. Stabilization, austerity, spend money, and let us be happy ever after. You haven't said anything. It's all right. Say something. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, you haven't thought about it?
No, I've thought about it, and I'm a firm believer in, if done right, making the hard decisions when they need to be made, so that there can be long-term success. Those who track this better than I am seem to think this is the way to go. I respect that knowledge. I respect that expertise. What we should do is keep an eye, so that it doesn't get, moved out of track by the dictates of politics, where I say, okay, now the people say we are becoming unpopular, so Mr. Forson, stop what you are doing, and then we get back to the same old.
I share similar sentiments, especially in election years where we overrun our budget, and the public opinion or the disaffection of the public becomes priority for our political rulers. Then the question is, what happens to the belt tightening that we are doing for sustainable long-term economic benefits?
And they start blaming the finance ministry for their dwindling political fortunes.
Yes.
And then they start playing to the gallery, and then the next government inherits a mess.
So perhaps there should be some...
so to think about it, we are just in the 9th month and this is already happening. Imagine if you're in 2027 October.
But it requires some discipline.
And there's an election looming. So I think that the minister should stay his course.
But I think there should be more communication for us all to be on the same page, so that 2028 we don't suffer the consequences.
I agree with you. The communication is very key, and also the consistency, because you can't say you are doing austerity and people will be wasting money. So if you're going to be austere, don't waste money on anything else. Spend money. Be thrifty in your spending. Don't get up and start sponsoring 253 people to the US to go and watch a
We are watching. I've told you that thing that we are watching. We won't allow.
Don't splurge on unnecessary. So that when the economy cools down and starts whatever it starts picking up, then we all benefit.
We won't allow.
It's about human beings first of all. Human beings. Human beings.
You've come back.
Charlie. You continue this paper. Oh, this IMF says. IMF, they've misled us repeatedly over the years.
Yeah, this is the hungry man talking.
The bakery is dry.
And you are opening your eyes against us. Oh, how you need to yeah, my. All right, that was it. That's it. Thank you for listening to today's edition. Now your quarter is joining us with brunch in the city. Before that, Shiba Abba Baining has City News at 10. Good morning, Shiba.
Good morning, Bernard. Coming up, 15